And now, Giant Sports Talk Live. Here are your hosts, Eric and Glenn.
Thursday night. Whoa!
Welcome to Giants Sports Talk Live here on Thursday night, December 26th, day after Christmas. Hopefully everybody had a fantastic Christmas. I hope everyone survived, everyone got what they wanted, and we're back here talking Giants baseball. Glenn, how's it going, man? I heard your Christmas is uneventful, right?
Just finished a little bite to eat. First time I've eaten since early yesterday. We decided we'd have a little something different. I won't tell you what I had, but a little something off the beaten path for a big Christmas dinner. I had to sleep in the bathroom on the floor.
Oops.
And then Bernice yelling at me every time I threw up. Make sure it goes in the bowl.
Yeah, that helps. That helps.
She's like, I'm not cleaning up. Anyway, I had a rough. Oh, dude, what did you call it? You texted me E. coli or something.
You got a little E. coli for Christmas.
I don't know, dude. You ever get like? It wasn't the flu. It was what I ate. Did you ever get? I sat up. I lay down yesterday. I said to Bernice, I said, I'm just going to lay on the bed. I don't feel too good. Still don't, Eric. And my mouth started watering.
Ooh, that's not good. When your mouth starts watering, that means you're getting ready to freaking yak.
And I'm like, it was watering. I'm like, it's like,
it means you're getting ready to yak.
My throat or something. And I, boom, and then for the rest of the night was just either dry heaving or throwing up. Anyway, other than that, Santa Claus didn't come. There was nothing under the tree. He must have been watching Giant Sports Talk Live.
I still got your blue pen, man.
You got me a pen. I got a stamp from my brother. My brother sent me a $200 stamp I've been waiting to get. So,
hey, I know who that is. That looks like the Czar.
Who?
That's what it looks like. That looks like Tsar Nicholas, man. That's who it looks like.
I'll check out. I'll let you know later. See how you know your stamps. But anyway, it was all about, it's about the hug. Eric, Christmas is a time for hugging, not work. So
fair enough. There you go.
That's what they say in Little House. It's a time for hugging. Just don't get caught out in a storm and freeze to death. That's all I say. And by the way, guys, here we are post-Christmas. We're going to be talking. How about we talk a little bit about what isn't happening, Eric? Like Corbin Burnes. It's all coming up in the show tonight for Genesis Gold, IRA.com. Signatures for soldiers. Tim has promised me, Eric, he's coming on a show very, very soon.
Cool.
Well, printers. They'll do the printing overnight if they have to. On time, every time. Lefties in Burlingame, and we would not be on the air, and we wouldn't be able to pay our bills around here, Eric, without our good friends at Better Credit Cards.
What can I say that I haven't already said about BetterCreditCards.com? It's a website. You go there to get a better credit card. Okay, that's really probably all I need to say for most of you, but But I still have time left, so how about this? At bettercreditcards.com, we have different kinds of credit cards, some with better points and perks, some designed to help you build your credit. Whatever stage of life you happen to be in, we want to help. Give yourself a little credit. Bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Proud sponsor of the show. She sounds better than Eric and I already. She's got that sexy voice. Oh, by the way, guys, just want to throw out a lifeline. Every time we get a little worried about Tommy D, everybody starts asking, is anybody out there asking about our old pal Chardol? Anybody seen Chardol? What the hell happened?
Speaking of Chardol, guess what I got in the hopper here?
What?
Something titled Broken Promises.
Who wrote this one?
Broken Promises. This one is a Will Be production.
Well, will be, and most of the guys in the chat are well-versed in our show, knew that we'd been waiting literally weeks. Chardol was coming on Christmas Eve, on our special Christmas Eve show, and he was going to do his 12 days of Christmas. And Eric had kept telling me off air, he goes, Glenny, I'm telling you, he ain't going to show up. And I'm like, no way. He's been like, I'm practicing, I'm dressing up like an elf. And I'm like, holy freak, that should be a hell of a show.
See, Chardol, a truce has been signed.
I'm out to get him.
all the paperwork has been signed. There is no longer no war. So Chardol, we know what you're doing when you're other places, my friend. We have ways to find out, Chardol.
That truce. That's right. All I got to do is make a phone call now. Hey, Chardol over there. Aha!
Thanks, Ryan. But appreciate that, Ryan. Right on, dude. All right, let's go. Let's go. This came out not that long ago, as a matter of fact, about 2 hours ago. Mark Feinsand. Matter of fact, I had to change the thumbnail because as soon as I saw that come out, I was like, "Oh shit! I gotta change the thumbnail because otherwise this is gonna be boring, man. Because there's nothing going out there, especially Giants related." But let's talk about the Mark Feinsand. I think that's how you say his name, right? Am I saying it right? Feinsand.
Close enough.
See, right?
We tried.
If I butchered it, I'm sorry.
But
there's a lot. There's a lot in this article, but we got to get to the important part. Here we go.
Scroll down. There it is. I see it. There it is.
All right.
Take it away.
Here we go. This is Mark again, according to ML. He writes for MLB. As for Burnes, who entered the offseason as the best free agent starting pitcher, the Giants and the Blue Jays have been considered his two most likely landing spots. San Francisco has had an offer on the table, but sources have indicated that the Giants may be getting impatient, prompting them to consider other ways to improve the club via free agency. This is important. We'll talk about this. Is the part we need to be talking about. Even after extending Matt Chapman and signing Adames, the Giants could look to add another bat with Alonso, Anthony Santander, Jerickson Profar, and Teoscar Hernandez among the potential options. Doesn't mean we're signing all of them. Doesn't mean we're signing any of them. Just there's potential options.
We can't make it through a show now without Pete Alonso coming up. And now it's getting earlier and earlier. And
there's also news about that too. According to sources,
Moji, let me know if the jersey fit. Go ahead, Eric.
Burnes is seeking a deal worth at least $245 million, which would match the 7-year, $245 million deal Steven Strasburg signed in December of 2019 as the third highest guaranteed contract in history for a starting pitcher. So there you go, guys.
That's it. Oh,
that's it. Now, here's the thing, and this is the key. What is the impatience about? I mean, I don't know. Is it because they've had this? Have they had the offer out there for quite a while? What's the impatience? That's the key. They say sources are saying the Giants may be getting impatient. Is that something maybe that they're passing this on to Boris and Burnes that let them know, hey, we can go somewhere else.
But wait a second, Eric. I have my spidey senses tingle once in a while. And right now they're telling me the Giants, maybe it's the Giants. Maybe it's the Giants, Eric, that are kind of like, wait a second. Mid-January is just around the corner. Let's hold this whole, the train at the station. We find out what happens with Roki.
See, I don't think one has to do the other, right?
I do. Because I'm thinking, just thinking out loud. I'm thinking that they're getting pissed off with the whole Burnes situation. If they can get Roki Sasaki, maybe they just go, we got our ace. I
think they want both.
Maybe, but I think they want both. I think they'll move off Burnes if they get Roki.
I don't think so. I think they want both.
Fed up.
They want both.
They want both. Way around, I think they're getting fed up.
Because you got again, this is good. We're talking philosophy and what direction. Everyone's going to have their own way. I know there's people out there that say, hey, we need to sign Alonso, need to sign Santander. They want to go, you're not going to win the battle of the bats, man. It's not going to happen. If you think that you can outslug some of these teams, you just aren't going to be able to. Some of them you can. I get it. I understand that. But you got to have that damn starting pitching, man. You got to have it. And if you don't, man, it's going to make for a long season. So I don't, as much as they're talking about going, swinging possibly to another, one thing they're not saying, they're not talking about using maybe firing up the old trade machine and trying to get a pitcher that way. It's a possibility they could do that, right? That's an option. And, I wouldn't have an issue with that because I want them to focus on starting pitching. They have to, man. If you want to stay in these games, because right now the lineup is okay. I'm not going to say it's fantastic. I'm not going to say it's a dumpster fire. It's okay. If they had a couple of more bats, it'd be even better, right? That much better, I should say. But just focus on the damn pitching, man. Come on.
Yeah, Dilly, we were talking about Alonso, and hey, we got Daniel just dropping by. Daniel, hope you had a great Christmas.
What's up, Daniel?
Yeah, Steven. Steven, I've been saying to Eric and the guys in the chat for the last couple of weeks, I said, Jesus, we don't even have Burnes yet. Roki? Nobody's saying we're getting him. We can start the season, buddy, with what we've got and be an injury away from a complete and utter freaking disaster.
Yeah.
There's no depth to what we've got to begin with.
Right.
I don't think so, Eric.
Yeah. Telling you, man, they got to get the pitching done. They have to get the pitching done. And look, maybe, and look, if they get the deal done after New Year's, that's fine. If that happens, I'm okay. I just don't want this to stretch into freaking. Remember when I said if you start getting into mid-January, I'm starting to get concerned. Yeah, I'm starting to get concerned, man. These guys got to get ready. They got to be ready to go when it comes spring training because that spring training, if anything, is to help your starting rotation. They got to get their arms built up. Granted, of course, they're doing their work in the offseason. Don't get me wrong, but they got to get that whole in-game stuff going on. We saw firsthand when a player doesn't have a spring training, specifically a pitcher, it doesn't bode well for the start of the season. Look what happened with Blake Snell. I mean, Blake Snell already is notoriously a slow starter, and then if you don't throw spring training in a mix, it made it even worse. Cat with the corn dog, dude. I love this guy's freaking thumbnail. Or I should say avatar. It's awesome.
Hey, producer Ryan, is he in our chat lurking around today? Were you in there, Ryan?
I think
I
so.
thought I saw him pop up a few minutes ago.
Yeah, he's here.
Ryan, what? We've got our own crew here. We know what we deal with it every night. We know how the people are feeling. There are other channels. What kind of vibe, Ryan, is Dan getting over on his channel? What are the people thinking about this Burnes holdup? Eric and I think the Giants are getting a little fed up, man. I think they're getting tired. I think they're getting tired. They've got to be concerned in a ways that, Eric and I don't think they're, at least I don't, Eric. Do you think they're not nickel and diamond, are they?
No, I don't think so.
They're not nickel. And so what the
hell? If you're nickel and diamond, why would you go out there and you want to give Chapman an extension and you wouldn't have signed Willie Adames to the amount of money that.
Right. So what is it? So there's got to be something, Eric. There's got to be something.
There's something else to this, and it's probably Scott Boras. I'm sure is part of this, man.
Oh,
hold on, let me go back with Cat with the corn dog. Look at the difference between us and the Dodgers. We have one true starter in Webb. The Dodgers have 4 or 5 starters. Yeah. I get what you're saying, dude. I get what you're saying. I'm telling you, if the Giants can get Corbin Burnes and somehow be able to get Roki Sasaki, whoo! The Giants are doing something. I'm telling you, the Giants are doing something. And I think that's the way the Giants need to do it. Look, you don't have to do everything in 1 year. I keep saying this over and over, guys. You don't have to get everything done this year. If you started off with Willie Adames and this year you're able to get Corbin Burnes and Roki Sasaki, man, that's about 3/4 of the work has been done. The other quarter either could get, maybe you could get a trade. Maybe there's a possibility of getting a trade. And then maybe you get that big back next year because there's a bunch of bats coming available, right? You got Tucker next year. You got Josh Naylor if you want to go that route. You also got, of course, Vlad Jr. So that's a good question, Senior. Is it? Is it the opt-outs? Maybe it is because, that's one thing that Boris is known for is getting these damned opt-outs. But on top of that, man, this should be Corbin Burnes' last contract. If you're getting a big contract, man, come on. Stop with the opt-outs.
Jesus
just let him get his big contract because that's what he wants and then finish out his career. Stop worrying about the stupid opt-outs, man.
I can't believe Rob C's in here tonight. Rob C. Rob, you're dropping. Rob is ready for the season. He's like, hey, is it July yet? When are we going to the game, Eric?
Well,
we only gave you the ticket, a coupon for 2 tickets. We don't even have the tickets in hand yet. And he's like, when are we going to the game? When are we?
He's ready to go, man.
Doesn't he? Opening day. When's opening day?
Nothing wrong with that. Hey, he's excited. He's
Rob,
excited.
It's packaged going out in the morning. By noon tomorrow, it'll be in the mail to you. So you should have that jersey, Rob, by probably, he could have it Monday, Tuesday at the latest.
Yeah, probably.
And then everybody has all their prizes for this calendar year. We're done.
Rob, be careful what you ask for, man. I'm telling you. Be careful what you ask for when you go to a game.
With us.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, well, the beers start flowing. The hot dogs, I eat a few hot dogs, and then I got to, it gets a little messy up there. But anyway, yeah, it's going to be a whole lot of fun. Congratulations again. If you weren't with us on Christmas Eve a few days ago, that Rob C., one of our faithful listeners, he won the 12 days of Christmas. He's going to a game with us, and he wants to, he's warming up the car right now. I'm driving downtown. I'm ready to go to Arsenal. So congrats, buddy.
Oh, shit. Hold on.
You're not going to, dude. I thought that was over with and kaput, and you're not going to. Eldridge isn't pitching, man. He's not pitching.
Eldridge? Who says Eldridge's pitching?
Hey, Brox. Eldridge.
No.
He's a two-way player. That ain't happening.
Okay, here we go. They don't have to get it all this year, says C. Davis, but they have to get the pitching this year, and next year isn't as good. Yeah, I agree, man. That's what I've been saying, C. Davis. If they get the pitching this year, if they get all that pitching done, yeah, we're good to go. All right, hold on. I got to get this. Unbelievable. This is crazy.
Yeah, the Giants might have to make some concessions that other clubs don't have to because of that lack of success signing players over the last few years. Darren coming in strong tonight. I got to agree, too. When you don't have a good track record, that's one of the things Buster Posey, by getting Buster's getting name players, too. Adames, we're talking about Burnes on this show every night. Eric, we're not talking about fringe players. We're talking about the elite major league players, and Buster is single-handedly turning that cog, that wheel. We're getting back into, we're getting into the elite talk, Eric.
Right.
And while it's only chatter right now, I think that, dude, finally things are going in the right direction. We're going in the proper direction.
Absolutely. We'll see. Again, they got to get the deal done.
You can't tell me that players don't want to go when we apparently are close to a deal with Burnes. You just got Adames.
What's up, Callie? I think Callie Capone.
Callie Capone. Guys won't go to San Francisco is just kind of follows in the wake, if you will. We're just riding that sea, and in the wake of Farhan is, players just don't want to go to San Francisco. I think that's BS, Eric. I think it's bubkiss.
Anyways, Callie Capone says, Boris is trying to create false teams. Correct. Only Toronto and the Giants are going after his services. He doesn't want to be in Toronto. Callie, I'm I'm right there with you. I don't think he wants to go to Toronto. What has Toronto got right now? Toronto has nothing. They don't have a future. The Giants have a future right now. I've talked about this before. Kelly, I don't know. Welcome to the fraternity we call Giant Sports Talk Live. Haven't seen you before. Welcome. If you have been here before, well, I'm welcoming you again. The Giants have long-term security. You're gonna have Chapman for 6 years at third base. You're gonna have Willie Adames either at shortstop or second base for the next 7 years. You bet, Callie. And of course, you got all the young players, man. You got a lot of young players. You got Ramos, Lee, Yaz will be gone, and then Eldridge is coming up. So the Giants have more of a quote unquote security with their players than the Toronto. Toronto, man. Bichette's probably gone. Gosman's gone in a couple of years, right? I think a year or two. Vlad is definitely gone with that fiasco with his contract. So yeah, why would a starting pitcher go to Toronto at this point in time? They're stuck in limbo. It's not a good place to be. All right, real quick, guys. This sucks. Let me see if I have it right here.
What sucks?
This sucks. Our buddy Charlie looks like he had to get it cast. His elbow must have been broken. We talked about it before we went on a Christmas break. We were hoping that it wasn't going to be broken. But lo and behold, there it is. He's got the cast on the arm. Man, hey, Charlie, man, what did you do for Santa to bring you a cast for Christmas?
Charlie will be telling everybody within shouting distance, he'll be telling them he's getting Tommy John by Monday.
Oh, that's like, hey, Charlie, hope you feel better, man.
Yeah.
It's only a couple of weeks, man, and you'll be good to go.
Besides Eric and Glenn, this guy gets more airtime, more camera time than us.
Yeah, man. The dude's a freaking celebrity, I tell you.
Yeah.
All right. Hopefully you feel better. All right. Right on.
What'd he do?
I can't remember. He said, playing football.
Jesus. See what happens when you screw around on dirt bikes and football in the off season, Eric?
Yep.
Just ask Mad Bull.
Ooh, I got to get back to him. Ballcap Sports thinks Bichette may come to the Giants. Are you talking as a trade? Don, explain to me. Let me know. Let me know if that's trade or free agency, and we'll get back into it. Callie comes back. I want me some Roki, but that means we lose on Josar. I hear what you're saying. Callie, one thing I will differ. If we lose Josar, we lose Josar. That's me. And who knows? Who knows? Maybe Roki, because Roki isn't coming for the money for a trade. Okay, we'll talk about that, Don. It depends on what Roki wants to do. Because Roki isn't signing for the money. We all know that. He's just signing to play with the team he wants to play with. And then he'll get his big payday 6 years from then.
Yep.
So would he be willing to give up some of that the international pool so that we could still sign De Jesus Hernandez? Or are we out on him? Honestly, I don't know. And to be honest with you, I would rather have Roki. That's me. I would much rather have Roki. I get that Tim Lincecum vibe, man. Come on. Love to see that again in San Francisco.
Yep.
There was something I wanted to see. Okay. So Don says, Jim Riley's saying the Giants may be able to get Bichette in a trade. I would not be disappointed.
What do you think?
Hey guys, would you guys be okay with that? Oh, come on, guys. Come on, guys.
We're back to the old 1 year thing, Eric. How many players? What did we give up? It'd have to be an extension. A lot on the line with a trade there.
Daniel, why would you pass on Bichette? He's a career 290 hitter.
Absolutely.
Second base. I would put him at second
Eric.
base.
The more you talk about these players, look how we're getting better by the piece here, man.
If you could get Burnes, trade for freaking Bichette. Ooh. I would absolutely love. I would not turn down Bo Bichette being traded to the Giants.
Absolutely.
Look, think about that, guys.
Ain't rocket.
Let's go around the horn, so to speak. Third base, Matt Chapman. Shortstop, Willie Adames. Second base, Bo Bichette. First base, Bryce Eldridge. Come on, man. Come on. And to be honest with you, I wouldn't be disappointed. And then next year, if depending on what you do with Bichette, you could either decide to sign Bichette long-term after the season, whatever. But if you want to keep Matos in right field once Yaz is gone, I'm okay with that. If you wanted to go, let's go from infield to outfield. If you wanted to go Chapman, Adames, Bichette, and Eldridge, I would not mind at all with the outfield being Ramos, Lee, and freaking Matos. I would not have an issue with that. Of course, Patrick Bailey behind the plate. Dude.
Thank you.
That would be awesome. Yeah. I know Eldridge is not a sure thing. I understand that. I get it. I 100% get that. But for all intents and purposes, man, the guy is going to be something special. The Giants just cannot. That would be a fun lineup, right, Callie? That's what I'm saying, man. That would be a lineup that's doing something. You got professional hitters. The professional hitters, who would you consider professional hitters, I guess? I mean, Bichette, definitely. When I mean by professional hitters, I'm talking about guys who will hit for average, get on base, have a little bit of pop, right?
A little bit of pop. He
right?
does.
Bichette, I like Ramos. Ramos is kind of in that way. Jung-Hoo Lee could be in that category. Bryce Eldridge.
He's got a little bit of pop.
We don't know on Bryce Eldridge, but he could be that guy. And then you got your big boppers in Matt Chapman, Willie Adames. Those are your guys who go, they're out there swinging the bat hard, right?
Sometimes Babe comes in with some
man.
strange ones, but look at this. Babe says if Burnes was strong, Baltimore wouldn't have been a first-round knockout. What do you think, Eric? Dude, it's the way of Major League Baseball. You could have the number one team, Eric, for the next 10 years. Get to the playoffs and you're out. Dude, short series, anything can happen.
Daniel, you got to be careful.
One game? Come on.
Dan, you got to be careful because you're just looking at last year. Last year, he had an injury. He had an injury-plagued season last year with his calf. I mean, I think he was out 3 months of the whole year or the whole season. I mean, that's half the season he was on the IL. Then what are you going to get done in 3 months? Really? Come on. So again, but look what he did in the 3 previous years. The guy's been pretty damn good.
And I don't agree with Taylor. Fitzgerald for Luis Robert. I'm not doing that. Nope.
Big boppers. Yeah, I get what you're saying. Hell of this, hell of that. I get you. But it's also Oracle Parks. The ball doesn't travel quite as much as it does in other ballparks. Of course, Chapman could possibly be a 30 home run guy in another ballpark. I don't know if he is with the Giants. Willie Adames showed it last year. He was a 30 home run guy, right? Didn't he hit 30? 32, right? Or something like that.
So, I mean, baseball. Paul says he'd take Bo.
Bichette had over 300 at bats. That's like 300 less than what you're supposed to get, right? Aren't you supposed to have close to 600?
He gets between 500 and 600 a season.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, that's the significant amount of time that you.
And when you're getting 600 at bats and perennially close to 300,
I don't want Robert Jr. either. I do not want Luis Robert. I don't.
Nope. No, we're not interested in Robert. There's nobody.
No,
not even Licky Lopez. Nobody we want from the Chicago White Sox. Dude, we're trying to get our players to go play there. Come on.
If the guy, occasionally was on the IL, I get it. But the guy is just, it's like, honestly, every single year. Every single year. Red reports Bo was a locker room killer. I haven't heard about that. Interesting.
What?
Never heard about that. I never heard about that. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I can't.
All right. Hey, to pull a Glenn, Babe, where'd you hear that at? You can't just come in here and say stuff. I want backup, man. I read reports, Eric. I read reports that, the supermodel wants Glenn and Eric, but that ain't happening. I don't know if there's any reality to that.
I'm gonna look something up.
Let us know where you're hearing this information at, man. A locker room killer. I've never heard that, Eric. I read a lot of
see something. Do something real quick here.
Yeah, I think Riley's thinking it's a perfect fit. You could work out a deal. Blue Jays get some good young talent. Blue Jays they're so close to just having to rebuild.
Seeing something here, guys.
I don't think he's a clubhouse cancer.
Yep.
Don't see it.
Yeah.
And if he is, Eric, if he is, and that turns out to be kind of a reality, maybe he just needs to change the scenery, buddy.
Maybe. Let me see something. I'm going to see something.
Yeah.
Nope, that's not what I want. Just checking something out real quick, guys.
Yeah, thanks, Eric. Appreciate that. We appreciate everybody who does. Callie Capone says, I've heard the Orioles don't even have a spot for Kobe Mayo. He plays third base.
Let me see something.
I thought we were going to get him for Snell last year, but
I don't think to get Bichette, I don't think you're going to get much. Okay, real quick, Daniel, real quick, let me ask you a question. Would you consider Anthony Santander a big bopper? Would you consider him a big bopper or not so much? Just off the top of your head.
A big bopper, I would say he is, Eric.
Would you say Anthony Santander, big bopper? Is
Yes.
that what? That's kind of what he's known for, right? Okay, would you want Anthony Santander on your team?
Bopper, pop. How much is he making salary, Eric? What would we have to pay that guy?
You consider, okay, fair enough.
What would we pay him, Santander?
Hold on one second.
Because we're paying
no, I don't want
$10 million
Santander. I'm not.
deal.
Hey, I'm telling you, I don't want Santander.
I don't want him.
I don't want him. All right. What? Gosh, dang it. Hold on. I love doing this. I got to get rid of those lights. Anyways, yeah, let me get rid of the lights real quick.
Get rid of the Christmas light. Turn off the lights.
Just for now. I got to turn off let me turn off the lights. Hey, Daniel, which one would you prefer?
There you go.
Thanks, Eric. There we go. Which player would you rather have on your team? Each of them are a little bit different, kind of close. They're pretty similar, right? Especially in the OPS plus. OPS plus. Look at the at-bats. Pretty similar. RBIs are close. Stolen bases, a little bit more speed on the guy on the left. Batting average, somewhat similar, off by about 12 percentage points there. Or I should say 12 points. On base, the guy has a little bit better eye on the left. All right. So this is what I'm trying to say is, do you see what I'm saying?
Santander's on the right. Oh, you got Chapman left.
Yeah. Do you see what I'm saying there, Daniel? Even though Matt Chapman may not hit a shit ton of home runs, but look, he's up there. He's pretty damn close to Santander over the last 4 years. I'm just saying, there's a lot more. When I'm talking about boppers too, guys, just know that I'm also talking about a guy that can hit a lot of doubles. What's up, Mike? A guy that can hit a lot of doubles. Now, the one thing that I want Matt Chapman to do better on is getting hits with runners in scoring position. He's got to do better with that. That is just absolutely horrendous, man.
Not just Chapman, the entire lineup, man. The entire lineup.
But Chapman's getting, hold on. The reason why I'm putting a spotlight on Matt Chapman, he's getting paid the big bucks, man. When you're getting paid as much as you're getting paid, you need to be out there and producing. Look, I'm not going to blame Ramos. I'm not going to blame Fitzgerald. I'm not going to blame Bailey. Those guys aren't making the big bucks. The guys like last year, Chapman, Conforto, Soler, those are your guys who are quote unquote earning your paychecks, and they weren't earning their paychecks. That's the issue that I have. So going forward, I think that's something that Chapman needs to work on. 100%. Now I get you. I understand what you're saying, Daniel. I'm just saying when I may be big boppers, it's just not popping the ball over the fence. For me, that's just me. I understand big boppers means you're popping it over the fence. I get it. I just want someone who's driving the ball, hitting the gaps. I like that, man. That's what I like to see.
You know,
Now, don't get me wrong.
Got to ramp it up this year too.
Am I against the home run? Not by any stretch of the imagination. But this is what the Giants have to do.
This is Chapman's second year, man. He's got to rank those stats. He's got to pick it up.
Look, and if it means say he hits a little bit less home runs, I'm fine with that. As long as you're out there driving in runs, man, you got to score more runs than the other team if you want to go anywhere. No, I don't think you have to rely too much on them. If again, hell of this, hell of that. That's why the Giants, they got Willie Adames. Helps a little bit. You got Bryce Eldridge who's coming up. That's going to help in a couple of years. And then if you get another bat next year, or maybe if you trade for somebody, you're helping that lineup. If you're lengthening that lineup, you're doing something. And then, of course, if you go get that starting pitching, man, you're going to be unstoppable. That's how the Giants did it in 2010, 12, and 14. Look, is the game a little bit different than in? Absolutely it is. 100%. But look, good pitching has always trumped good hitting, right? Isn't that what the old adage in baseball? Good pitching will always beat good hitting. So you got to go out there and get that good pitching. That's the key. That's why this whole Corbin Burnes thing, it needs to be figured out yesterday. Bochy did the same with the same style. They had a lot of timely hitting, but they had a little bit more power, right? Bochy's 2023 World Series winning team. They had some pop, but some of that pitching came through. Nathan Eovaldi was spectacular. Jordan Montgomery was spectacular. They had some decent pitching out there for their 1 and 2. We need right fielder, and that right fielder I think is going to be addressed next year. Well, but maybe it's going to be this year, but I'm guessing it's going to be taken care of next year. First base, I'm telling you, it's going to be hell of this, hell of that. I get you. I understand what you're saying. Bryce Eldridge may not be the guy, but you got to give him the chance, man. Right, Glenn? You cannot have your lineup full of just all free agents.
No. But like you said, one of the things that concerns me, Eric, you said you can't build it overnight. You can't just keep building. You're adding players. Geez, a whole new team. Next year and the year after, it's pretty thin. If you're going to rebuild and add some pieces next year, the year after in the free agent market, man, don't expect to pick up any big faces, especially if there's a trade and Vladdy is off the board. Mm-hmm. They're saying the next 2 years, there's nothing available, Eric. It's going to be pretty thin. A few players. Hey, don't get me wrong, but you know what? There'll be competition for those players. It is going to be tough. I think they got to. I agree. Got to get Boris to finalize these deals. Get it done, Eric. We need Burnes, Roki Sasaki, one of the two. Still need a bat though. I think we're a bat away too.
Oh, we are. I understand it, but you still could get something done with the pitching. And Daniel's talking about maybe going into the luxury tax. The Giants were in the luxury tax last year. I think they want to get out of it for that. They want to maybe get out of it this year, and then maybe they could dip back into it the year after. They could do that. That's a possibility. Or they could go over this year and then maybe try to get out of it for next year because a lot of money is coming off the books next year. Well, I shouldn't say a lot, but there's a significant amount of money coming off the books next year. So I don't know, man. That's up to the organization what they do. And look, I'm all for going over to luxury tax, dependent on who you're out there signing. And it also, it can't be unreasonable. Look, you're not going to spend $300 million on Corbin Burnes. And I don't think that's where his market's going to be. But man, when you're talking about that type of money, you got to make sure the guy that you're signing is the guy you want. I don't know.
Mike is asking me, am I getting nervous about the whole situation? I'm not so much nervous about it. I'd like to know. I'd like a little more transparency to know what the hell, what is this hold up all about? But
yes, they can, Vince.
Like Eric just said, when you're talking about that big, that's a lot of money for a pitcher. And I'm more concerned about the years. If it gets up to 7, 8 or 9 years for Burnes, I'm like, time to move on. Time to move on. Sign a guy for 3 or 4 years, Eric. Let it work itself out. pick up, trade, whatever. You cannot be signing Corbin Burnes for 8 years, Eric. I don't care. And it probably is going to turn out that way. And
here's a question.
I'm against it.
Here's a question. And this is something that someone brought up to me. Are you more worried about the years, or are you more worried about the total amount of the contract?
I'm worried about the years. What are we going to do with him in eight years, Eric?
No, I get it.
Years. What is he going to be? At best, in 8 years, that contract, at best, he's a bullpen pitcher.
I get it. But, okay, if you do 245 at 7 years, that's $35 million a year, right? If you do 245 at 8, which I don't like, you're going to pay less.
Well,
so it's the lesser of two. Which one are you going to go? Right. And that's important for the simple fact that, especially Boris, he likes to do the AAV. But ultimately, the biggest question is how much money is the guy making? That is ultimately, this is what I'm going to make at the end of my contract.
Yeah.
And then depending on the years, I mean, that's something you have to finagle, because the less years you go, the more you're going to have to pay each year. And then, of course, you got the CBT. The CBT is what kind of throws a wrench in it, because it prevents people from, I shouldn't say it does prevent. It prevents some teams for getting whatever player they want to get.
A lot of money for a pitcher, Eric.
And there you go. Strike zone. 245, even though if that's a number he likes, but if the AAV isn't matching, see, and that's the thing, man. Come on.
Who cares at the end of the day? If you're Burnes, Eric, and you're going to get your money.
240, come on. That's
crying out loud.
And that's what I don't want, strike zone. I don't want him being a free agent at the end of January. If he gets to the end of January, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be surprised if the Giants are already moving on. What's up, Swingman?
Do you recall what I said to you the other night on the show, Eric? I said to you, I wish, the teams would play the player instead of the player playing the team. He wants to be a Giant. He wants to be a Giant. Well, you can only screw with me so long until I go, tell you what, go sign with the Blue Jays. You know what? You can only, you ever hear the term, Eric? Fuck around and find out.
Yeah.
Well, if they keep doing this and we're into January, I'd say enjoy playing at the Rogers Center. We're signing somebody else.
Yeah, maybe. Greg, bite your tongue, Greg. Would. But real quick. Great point, that strike zone. And you know why I think, why Snell didn't get any deferrals or opt-outs?
Hey, Greg.
No, he did get a deferral. No. He did have a deferral. He deferred quite a bit of money, if I'm not mistaken, right? The issue is he doesn't have any opt-outs. And the reason why he doesn't have opt-outs, how old is Blake Snell? He's 32. No one is getting an opt-out at the age of 30. You are not going to get an opt-out after you're already 32. See, Corbin Burnes is 30. He's 2 years younger. So he still could possibly get an opt-out and get another payday, so to speak.
Hey,
again, I wouldn't stress about it.
Were you down?
I just find it interesting that Mark. Oh, go ahead. Go for it.
Go ahead. I thought you were done. I never know when you're done, Eric. Go ahead.
I think with the article with Mark, it rose some questions talking about the impatientness possibly of the San Francisco Giants. Dumb Guy Heath. What's up, Dumb Guy Heath? I haven't seen you here before. Welcome to Giant Sports Psych Live Fraternity. Let Burnes sit with Toronto, then trade for Gosman. And there you go. That's kind of what you were talking about there, Glenn, right?
Mm-hmm.
And on top of that, when you're trading for Gosman, you're also picking up maybe a Bichette or a Vlad.
I'm tired of players thinking they're out playing the team. I'm telling you, Eric, if that was a guy trying to renew a contract, if he works over at QX 104, the country station, and goes, geez, I hate it over here. I want more money and I want to be playing rock and roll. I really want to go work for Glenn.
Ooh.
I really want to go there. And I give him the money. And then it's, I need more time off at Christmas. I'd like more per year. I want a longer Finally, I'm going to go, you keep playing your country music and have a great day.
Did you say country music?
Great day.
Did you say country music?
Yeah, is it time to break out a little Chardal ditty?
I think you said country music. Here we go.
Everybody put on your cowboy hat.
Oh, Shardo, where'd you go, man? You vanished from the stage tonight. Promised us some holiday cheer, left us hanging in the light. 12 days you said you'd sing, Giants fans waiting by the screen. Not a note to ring in our ears, just the silence cold and mean. Woo! Promises made, promises broken. Shardo, where's the song you'd spoken? Giant sports talks feeling empty. Holidays missing melody plenty. Fans were clapping hands and eager. No carols to make us feel bigger. All we got is dark December, nothing festive to remember. And fans were clapping hands and eager. No carols to make us feel bigger. All we got is dark December, nothing festive to remember. Shardo dreams you pulled a fast one, left our spirits in a famine.
Yep.
Thought you'd bring the cheer around, turns out it was just hollow sound. Promises made, promises broken. Shardo, where's the song you've spoken? Giant sports talks feeling empty. Holidays missing melody playing. Yeah.
Oh, yeehaw in there.
Oh, okay. There we go.
That sums it up.
There we go. What is up?
I have a
Sweet
feeling.
Man Lou.
I have a feeling he's going to be afraid to show his face around here for a while. Larry.
He should be. He should. His head should be hanging low.
You screwed us.
He freaking stiffed us, man.
As Glenn would say, I got screwed again. And you called it. I'll give you credit, Eric. You called it. Eric said he's going to show up.
Maybe I'll have to come down in May. There we go. How about we do that there? Want to start it up? Want to get it ready there, Glenn? Maybe get with Greg. May is a good time. I can make it in May.
You're going all the way to freaking Detroit?
No. Oh, never mind. I thought he meant. Never mind.
Detroit.
Never mind. Not going.
Go ahead, Eric. Let me know how it is. I'll man the control room and you do the show from over in Motown.
Not going to Detroit. I thought he meant for the Detroit Giants series. My bad. Okay, look at that. Now I got a poll. You guys are going to love this poll. Come on, man.
Joshua, no better words have been spoken lately. He Farhand our viewers. That is so true. He pulled a Farhan on us.
Unbelievable, man. I can't believe it. I told you, man, you got to be careful.
Well, Eric, I mean, it's Christmas. It's time for the airing of the grievances.
Here we go.
Festivus for the rest of us, man. Somebody in here said, when are we going to show everybody what we got for Christmas? I didn't get sweet F all. What'd you get, Eric? I didn't even get a pair of socks.
There we go.
Spats, nothing.
There we go. Got the poll out there, guys. It's an important poll. You guys need to make sure. What's up, Cameron?
Ooh, strong
what is
words.
Up? He goes, what happened? Chardall said he was going to come over here and sing 12 Days of Christmas on our Christmas Eve special, and he stood us up, man. He stiffed us.
And he's nowhere to be found.
Nowhere to be found.
Yep.
Oh, yeah,
And in most
exactly,
cases-
Cameron.
Most
Exactly.
cases we'll be doing a wellness check about now, but we're just, we've moved on.
Yeah, exactly. What's up, Red?
I have a feeling he'll just show up again some point. And you know what he'll say, Eric? You know what he'll say?
What will he say?
Can I have the link?
Mm-hmm.
That's what he'll say. Can you send me the link? I said,
Yeah,
nope.
there you go.
No, I'll send it to you next Christmas Eve. Apparently we had the wrong Christmas Eve. Apparently it was next year. Festivus for the rest of us. I'm gonna continue to air my grievances, man. I'm pissed off about that. Eric saw it coming.
I saw it coming, man.
Anyway, it is what
Here.
it is.
Let me do this.
How's Anthony? How's Anthony and the Blue Jay fans doing out there? Anthony, did you have a good Christmas? Good to see you're back in tonight. Over the holidays, people are still bombing in here, man. Look at the numbers we're pulling in tonight. Great show. Maybe the guys are just, tired of the Christmas stuff, right, Eric? They just needed a break coming in here.
Yeah, absolutely.
No way. Holy crap. Skaters was in Daly City at the movie theater. I said to Bernice, we were driving by.
That's good stuff, too.
Said, let's go to the movie in Daly City. Which theater?
It's a Century. Right?
Greg, we were going to go to the Century Theater. Is that where you were? You little bugger.
Why? What are you guys going to go watch?
Bob Dylan movie.
Oh, the Bob Dylan movie. That's right. Who's playing Bob Dylan?
Who's playing Bob Dylan, B?
Timothy Chalamet.
Timothy Chang, whatever that is. Chalamet.
Timothy.
Yeah, we were going to go tomorrow night, and then I went, geez, there's a show. But now tomorrow night, I'm taking the night off. I'm going to the model train show.
There you go. There we go.
I don't underestimate Glennian trains. I didn't get a model train for Christmas, but I like going looking at them.
Don't get me started on trains, man. Wait, did you say trains?
Yeah.
Did you say trains?
Oh, geez. Are we going to break that one up? I haven't seen that one in a long time.
Dude,
video where
it's been forever.
The only video where a guy almost gets killed on our show. I love it.
Oh, where the hell is it?
Where
did I put it?
Where is it? Music. You lost half our music. I hope you didn't lose that one, too.
Where is it? You talking about trains? Yeah, baby. Yeah. Let's go.
Here comes. Nobody get run over. Get off the tracks.
I'm talking trains, man. Don't get me starting about trains.
There might even be one over there. They've got park trains. Here it comes. Here it comes.
There we go. That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about trains.
That's not even the one where the guy gets near run over.
No, I'll play that one in a bit. Here, I'll play that one in a little bit. How about that?
Yeah, guys, literally, they're like, get off the tracks. He said, I'm just taking a video. For a minute, I thought it was Eric. It's like, geez.
Come on, get out of here.
Well, geez, the guy was up close and personal with that train, man.
Yeah, he was. You know what? What the hell? I'll get the other one. Here we are. This is the one closer to.
Watch this, guys. Watch the guy in that little lime green shirt, man.
You won't see him now. He was already there. He was already there. There we go.
Yeah.
Hang on. I'll answer that in a minute. Let's go.
Look at the cameras going. Look at the lineup. It's like a huge car show there. Holy cow. Look at it crossing the field. Look at the cars.
Yeah, I know. Hold on. What the heck's going on here? Let me get rid of that. And then we'll get
What a crowd.
Yeah, it was a big crowd. What were you were hold on. I see what you're saying, Kelly. I'll get to that in a minute.
Yeah, where
was it? That is UP 4014, also known as the Big Boy. It came through Northern California back in in July, and that was me that filmed it. I filmed it in the first footage was in Marysville at the 7th Street crossing, and then the second footage was between Marysville and Sacramento, actually closer to Sacramento, at the Riego crossing. So, yep, that was awesome, dude. And yes, Hope, that was the one that was in Roseville. Man, dude, love that stuff. Love that stuff. Don't get me started on that. But to your point, Callie, yes, I understand. Giants have a lot of money. I'm not, and you know, I've been hammering at them for a very long time and spending money. But you got to be careful. Just because you have money doesn't mean you just go spend freaking willy-nilly. Who did that last year? Farhan did that last year.
The Giants
What's up, Mark?
Got a lot of nothing, Eric.
What's up, Mark? You got Farhan. He went out there and spent money. He spent almost $200 million. What the hell did you get for it? You got a whole lot of nothing. So if you're spending money, you got to make sure you're spending money on the right guys. That's the issue I have. And now you got Buster Posey running it. I'm going to put my faith in Buster Posey until he doesn't have my faith. There we go. New Year's.
Yeah, Anthony, we had a good Christmas. I can understand why Eric he's saying that Blue Jay fans, the media, I guess Fan 590 in Toronto, they're and Rogers Sportsnet, they must be up in arms over the holidays here. The Jays are doing nothing.
Nope.
They're getting worse, not better. They're not even at the, break even. They're slowly going. Dude, are people still going to show up at the Rogers Center for the games, man? Are they going to have a big crowd opening day and then tonight, game 2 of the season, 8,000? Come on. Who's going to go watch the product they've got?
Exactly. Real quick, let me divert. No, not 8 years. I don't want to go over. I honestly don't want to go over freaking 5, but you're probably going to have to go 7 to get them. Paul, look over my shoulder. What do you see, my friend? Look over my shoulder. Tell me what you see, Paul. All right.
Oh, you got a new picture up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you bugger. I never saw that.
And it's the Southern Pacific Daylight Special.
When'd you put that one up?
Eric, Johnny.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's my most favorite locomotive of all time.
Senior, how's the young fella doing, man? We saw the picture off top of the show.
Your phone, just zoom in. You'll see what it is there, Paul. It's the Daylight. Along
Eric
the coast.
and I like our trains.
Dude, I love trains. Grew up loving trains and airplanes, man. That was what I loved.
Trains.
Daniel says Jays need a rebuild package. Vladdy with Gosman and trade Bichette. But they missed their window. I don't think they missed their window yet because they still could trade those players. Look, they could trade those players all the way up until spring training, right? They could, or before spring training. That would be smart of them. If they're not going to sign Bichette and Vlad, then trade them. He said he's good. Santa was very good to him yesterday, I bet. Except for that cast.
Yeah.
Getting that cast isn't exactly a nice Christmas present, but I get it.
No. In for the Tommy John, I heard. Yeah.
I think he broke his elbow.
That kid's always getting a high hard one up in the batter's box, or he plays rough, Eric. Plays rough.
Absolutely. Same to you, Johnny.
Plays
Hopefully
hard.
you had a great Christmas, man.
Hey, Johnny. Thanks, buddy.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Gotcha.
Morcatna, that's what I've been saying to Eric. I think that if we got to put
Bichette at second? Yeah.
Put Bo Bichette at second base, man. Chapman at third. Adames at short.
You're doing something.
And at least you're a little weak You're weak at first, but look at the infield you got, Eric. And you're solid up the middle.
You're solid up the middle. That's all you can ask for.
Solid.
Think about what's the middle.
Jung-Hoo. Yeah.
Quote unquote, what is the backbone? It's the catcher, the shortstop, the second baseman, and your center fielder. Yeah. So if you have Bailey, Adames, and Bichette, and then you got Lee, you got a pretty damn good backbone.
Like it.
And you're gonna do something, man. You're gonna do something.
Yep. Like it.
Oh, great. Hey, great segue. We could start talking about this. So supposedly there's reports out there, Glenn, that Mets offered Pete Alonso 3 years, $90 million.
Yeah, that's what he's worth.
Yep.
You think he's worth more than 30? You think he's worth more than 30?
No, but I don't think he's going to take 3 years. I think he wants longer than 3 years.
See, these guys are crazy, man. These guys are crazy. Eric, I'd be lining up all day till Sunday waiting for a $30 million deal. Oh, Jesus.
But it's only 3 years.
We're in the wrong business.
Hey, you could get more. Again, we're getting down to what is it? Do you want the years or do you want the contract?
I'll take the money, man. Take the money. That's what they always said to me. Take the money and run.
Mark says players want to have to change positions. Some guys won't. That's true. There is cases of that.
Yep.
Look, I'm not against having Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald is a great utility guy. But if you could get a Bo Bichette, I'd be happy with the Bo Bichette. Giants should jump on that, says he's talking about the Alonso.
Who, Dilly? Oh, Mark. I thought a Dilly sighting.
I don't like the Alonso, man. I get the infatuation with a guy who can hit the long ball. I get it. But you got Bryce Eldridge coming up.
Yeah. So if you're talking about he won't take a 3-year deal, people in the chat are already, he won't take 3 years. Well, what are you going to do with him?
He might want more. That's the issue. He might not more as in, well, of course, more in the contract, but he wants more years.
I think he wants to play as well, Eric. I don't think he wants to be a DH, and that's where he's going to end up with
that. I don't know. I can't answer that. I don't know if he wants to be, but he would be a fantastic DH. To be honest with you, he'd be a fantastic DH.
He still considers himself young enough to play every day.
I want to see the Giants lock up the pitching, man. Oh, gosh. Skaters, that's a great question. Let me look at my poll real quick. What did you guys pick? You guys better pick the right stuff, man. Tapatio wins 55% over Cholula.
Cholula?
What is the better hot sauce, Glenn? Cholula or Tapatio? Cholula wins. Or I'm sorry, Tapatio.
Not a hot sauce kind of guy, dude.
What? Get out of here, man.
I'm more about steak sauce. House of Parliament better than A1.
You don't like hot sauce?
No.
Alonso's younger? Alonso is greater than Santander. I would agree with that. Yes, Alonso is better than Santander. Tapatio is overrated, but it's better than Cholula. I like it better than Cholula. I think Drew P was talking about Valentina. That stuff's pretty good too.
Droopy. Who?
Yep. Droopy.
Oh, I thought you said Droopy. Droopy who?
Daniel, DH. Then our lineup will be with Eldridge and Alonso. How could you be World Series contenders if you don't address the pitching?
Yeah. You're forgetting about the most important part of this whole equation.
The pitching,
we don't have enough right now. We don't have any pitching right now, dude. Harrison, Birdsong.
Maybe.
Who knows?
Those are question marks. Yes.
No depth, man. Not enough depth there. You're not a World Series contender with that. Nope. Nope. Still a lot of other guys.
Look, Mark, I do love the barbecue sauce. You do like barbecue sauce, right, Glenn? Please tell me you like barbecue sauce.
What the hell did I just say to Eric? He doesn't listen to me. I swear to God.
You said steak sauce. I just want to make sure.
Well, that's what I use for barbecue sauce. Steak sauce.
What do you use, A1?
No, House of Parliament.
Okay, don't know that stuff.
HP sauce.
I love the Kinder's is good. KC is good. Oh, what's that stuff? Here's some local stuff here. They sell to Save Mart. It's got some kick to it. Oh,
you're a big barbecue guy. Now, when you put a steak in the barbecue, do you put barbecue sauce? I put steak sauce on it.
Barbecue sauce.
Okay, I use steak sauce.
What's up, Jim? Okay, let's talk about this. I don't want to get all over the place now because we tend to do that.
LD, I do not agree. I don't agree. I don't agree.
It's
Webb, Ray Hicks, Birdsong,
Harrison.
That's decent. No, that's
okay. I would say
decent.
I would say it's decent. Is it going to get you far?
Eric, I
No
said
Pavetta. No Pavetta. Let him go
below
sign
average.
to Toronto.
below
Let
average.
him go sign Toronto.
Average to below average. That's not decent. I don't think we're winning with that. Eric, you don't know what you're getting from Harrison, Birdsong, Hicks. None of that reeks for me. Ray,
I don't like
I
Hicks.
don't know.
I don't like
You
Hicks.
can get good. You can get bad.
I don't
Webb's
like
gonna
Hicks.
eat innings.
Look, Webb is going to get you. Webb is going to web. Ray is going to be better. I'm telling you, Ray will be better.
Hope so.
Okay. Now, Hicks, no. Birdsong, I'm high on. Everyone knows this. I'm high on Birdsong. I like what I saw from the kid last year.
You get my tongue.
He had success, then he experienced adversity, and then he had success again to finish it out. Harrison, I'm concerned about. Again, as it was a big dip in his velocity. His off-speed stuff is nowhere to be found, to be honest with you. Now, can they work on that? Sure they can. He's still young. But, yeah. I mean, is it decent? I would say it's decent. It's not, again, I'm not going to say it's not a tire fire.
It's not a 500 team. It's not a 500.
No,
team.
I think it could be a 500 team.
You think? It's going to, you know what? This is when the show is going to get great again. This is when it's going to take off. When we play games for real, Eric, when April rolls around, man, and then we get to dissect. I can spend 2 hours with Eric dissecting a game, the wouldas, the couldas, the shouldas, the bad pitching, the good pitching. Man, right now we're just sitting kind of.
Yeah, I know. We're waiting to get everything put together, man.
Spring training, dude. Oh, thank you.
That's pretty good, skaters. That's pretty good. Greg says, who will pitch more innings in 2025? Hicks or Snell? Yes, Cole. I've been saying that for a very long time. If the Giants can somehow get Roki Sasaki and Corbin Burnes, I would trade Harrison in a heartbeat to get a bat.
Heartbeat. It's a love beat.
In a heartbeat.
I don't know, Eric. I don't know.
Let's just think about. I don't mean to be a broken record. Don't mean to be a broken record. Buster Posey, the entire time, has stated pitching and defense. The Giants have yet to address the pitching part of this. Yes, they still got some guys in the rotation. The bullpen doesn't need to be messed with, right? Does not need to be messed with.
Hey, Swingman wants to come in. Do you want to let Swingman in tonight?
Go for it. Here, I'll throw out the link and then we go warm up my coffee, man.
You do that. You do the coffee. I'll put up the link. How about that? Want me to do that?
Greg, does it go? How often does it go for you? Because it's supposed to go for different people at different times, and it's supposed to be balanced. Let me know if it's too much because I'll adjust that. What's up, Kyle? All right, let me go warm this up.
Oh, there you go. If you haven't got it now, you won't get it at all. There's a link to the show. Tonight's show, as most of you know by now, thanks to our proud sponsors, GenesisGoldIRA.com are a proud sponsor of the show, signing a 1-year contract with the channel. Duxwell Printing, the printer of choice in the Bay Area. For all your printing needs, give them a call. Check them out online. Duxwell Printing. I want to say hi to everybody over at Signatures for Soldiers. Hey, Tim. Hope you're having a great Christmas. Tim was talking to me the other day, in fact. And there's the link, by the way, if you want to come on into the show. I posted it up. Eric posted it up as well, so you can check it out. Yeah, Lefties is a proud sponsor of the show as well. So hi to Jim, everybody at Lefties. Hopefully you guys had a great commercial Christmas season as well as personal, the families as well. And a big shout out as always, and as usual, we couldn't do this show without our proud sponsor at Better Credit Cards.
What can I say that I haven't already said about bettercreditcards.com? It's a website. You go there to get a better credit card. Okay, that's really probably all I need to say for most of you, but I still have time left, so how about this? At bettercreditcards.com, we have different kinds of credit cards, some with better points and perks, some designed to help you build your credit. Whatever stage of life you happen to be in, we want to help. Give yourself a little credit. Bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
And they are a proud sponsor of the show. So thank you to all of our sponsors as we get geared up for 2025. Well, less than a week away. We'll be into what it's going to be a great year. Baseball season will be around the corner. Eric and I'll be anxious for spring training. Before you know it, pitchers and the catchers will be reporting. Then we've got spring training, and then we'll play for real. Rob C will be going to the games with us. We're going to have a couple of meet and greets where the people in the chat can come on over to the ballpark, meet with me, meet with Eric. It's going to be great. Hi, Cole. How you doing? Welcome back into the show. You've been bouncing around. Good to have you over on this side. Let's see. We have got skaters lurking around. I saw he was talking with Eric a few minutes ago. Greg, did you check out the community tree yet? He said he would. He probably hasn't. So, Greg, I contributed to the community tree. I know you didn't because it was down. I checked today. No more decorations on it. So that means you didn't contribute. Greg doesn't have the holiday spirit, I guess. Off to the movies. Couldn't decorate the tree. Anthony. You're not going to get much for Harrison. How much can you really get for Harrison for a bat? And what bat can you get for him? I don't think it's just Harrison. I think the San Francisco Giants have got to come up with the package deal. And what will that package deal entail? Well, it depends how the negotiations go between two clubs, maybe Toronto. You got Harrison. You got Matos. You have got, McRae of the world. Maybe a team wants a speedster like McRae. We could move on from McRae quite easily. So it's all about the package, not just Harrison. It's what you can package together, and it's what the two general managers that are working out the deal decide to do. Obviously, the Giants have a lot of young talent that they can afford to move off of, because unless there's a big change now that Farhan's gone, they weren't high on playing guys like Matos. So, I mean, what are we doing? You got a chance to trade him? Trade him. That's my 2 cents worth. Did you get the coffee warmed up, Eric?
You betcha.
All right. I ran out of soda while you were away. I'll have to refill in a second, but
all right, what do we got? What are we talking about? I see Marcus is down there.
Oh, I got a text. Oh, Jesus. Who's texting me now?
All right. With that, I'll bring in Marcus.
Oh,
what is up, Marcus?
I lied. Guys, you know what? I got Eric. You know when you have to apologize and you'll do it publicly, you go, I was wrong.
What'd you do?
Takes a man to do that. Skaters just sent me. Skaters put up a decoration.
I know. I saw it. He sent me the text.
And he put it up.
Yeah, buddy.
He put up his decoration on the community tree right next to Wilmer Flores. So Greg and I were participating in the community effort.
There you go. Jim Everett, Folgers is in my cup, just so you know.
There you go. Greg, I was wrong. My God, I didn't see. When did you? Maybe he just did that 10 minutes ago, because I didn't see that on the tree.
There you go, LD. That's what I'm talking about. See, LD knows. LD knows the freaking. He knows what's up here.
I told you guys. You know what the best decoration was on the tree? It was that one right there.
Look at that one. Look at that one.
And he's right in the middle. You got Wilmer on the left, Wilmer on the right, and Eric and Glenn right in the middle. And everybody's going on the tree going, who the hell are those two guys?
And then the Air Force coffee, that was like Maxwell House.
Oh, you got to get the Tim Hortons.
Anyways.
You got to get the Hortons. Got to get the Tims, man.
LD. Exactly. You see what he's doing here? Corbin, it's the other way around. The San Francisco Giants will sign Corbin Burnes. And you got to breathe. He knows the breathing. In through the nose. Out through the mouth. There you go. And then you don't have to worry about it, guys. No stress.
Anthony, you're a good fella, but you're absolutely off your rocker. Harrison for Davis Schneider ain't happening, my friend. Davis Schneider, that guy.
Anthony's always in here. Anthony's always in here throwing out some weird stuff.
Oh, come on, Anthony. Davis Schneider. They can't get rid of him fast enough in Toronto, Eric.
I bet.
Davis Schneider. He's on the Schneid all last year.
How was your Christmases?
It was good, Marcus. How was yours, man?
It was great. It was great. I mean, I got everything I wanted, and I got to give gifts to people that I felt like were very thoughtful, that they enjoyed.
Hey, right on. That's what it's about, Marcus. Hey, at least this time when you came in the show, you had spoken before you came on.
Yeah.
You came in, man. It's kind of rough.
Yeah, I know. I gave myself time
Great.
to, do some pre-stage vocal warm-ups like they do in the theater.
Me.
Exactly. Yeah.
La 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 la. Oh
I
man.
still don't want to hear about Scherzer. Come on, guys.
Yes, Cole Dunstan is a man that knows how to say what I like to hear.
What is this one?
Just like Glenn has his favorite player on the Giants, I have one too, and it's Matt Chapman.
Okay, there you go.
Love
Look, Matt Chapman. He's not horrible. He's not a dumpster fire. He's
There
good.
you go.
He's
There
good.
you go. There you go. I'd like to get Ernie Clement.
Okay, Matt Chapman is a crazy valuable player. I mean, let's ignore the stats for a second. Like, you know how much I love to talk about stats, and it drives people crazy when I talk about stats. Matt Chapman's a guy that you can rely on to see out there at third base, fielding balls, looking great, looking athletic, making exciting, and yeah, he can hit a few home runs, and he can he can get on base and he can run. He's a very complete baseball player, I would say.
He's a complete base. The only thing he needs to work on, right, Marcus? Let's talk about this.
Oh, Joe.
If you're getting paid the big bucks,
that's dead.
You need to be able to knock on those guys who are in the scoring position. You got to. He needs to work on that.
The strike. I mean, that was an epidemic with the whole team last year.
Yes,
which was, not being able to get in runners when they were, getting in runners
with less than 2 outs. That's
great choice of words too. Great choice. Was an epidemic. That is perfectly worded.
Yeah, I mean, but that's part of the hitting strategy too. That's not just something that the players go out and do on their own. When it's the entire team, I don't think it's fair to point fingers at the players.
Now,
I don't know about that. I mean, the players got. How many times do we have the bases loaded last year? Nobody out and couldn't score a run. Well, if you got one batter and a two batter and three batter, who are you blaming? Blaming?
Yeah, pointing the fingers at the hitting coaches and the team as a whole for developing a bad strategy on how to approach at bats. I think that's extremely valid, and that's what I blame more than anything, because there were times when players had excellent at bats and they were doing things differently. And you'd see their interviews and they're like, yep, I was in the cage with Barry for 2 hours just talking about pitches and talking about how to approach the plate. And they go on these crazy runs, and all of a sudden you don't hear from them again after they go on great hitting streaks. So I think part of it is, just like with Conforto was so frustrating because we talked about before, he would take so many pitches that, as a viewer, you see the pitch and you're like, it's right down the middle, just swing the bat, right? But, Conforto is not a guy. Yeah, Conforto you can blame someone, of course. He's the one at the plate, of course. But someone's telling him not to swing in some sense. If he's continuously doing it out, if it's not just him, it's it's up and down the lineup. If all these players are adopting the same strategy, it's probably something higher up that's determining, when to swing and when not to swing.
Well, here's, and I said this before. Yes, as far as the strategy, I get exactly what you're saying, and who knows, maybe Farhan was out there saying, "Hey, this is how you need to freaking do this." I'm not getting into the weeds per se, but I'm just talking about the philosophy of how people should be swinging and their approaches. But man, that needs to change. If you're a player if you're a player and you're sitting in a batter's box and you see a guy over at second or third and you only got 1 out, hey, I want to get this guy in, right? Come on. And the guys I will point at, the guys who are getting paid the big bucks, those are the guys who need to come through. I'm not going to blame the guys who aren't. Ramos, Fitzgerald, Bailey, even Wisely, Matos. You can't pick on those guys when you got the guys who are getting paid those big bucks who are supposed to be doing that. Now, that being said, as you stated, maybe it's a philosophy, and maybe that philosophy is now changing since we got a new president of baseball operations.
Yeah. No,
because it's because you just look and that's that, you're going to win games by doing that. But it doesn't always consist of bopping the ball over the fence. You get a hit. How many games could have been? I mean, honestly, where could the Giants' record have been if they came through in just half of those situations? They could have been over 500 easily. So they really need to work.
We were
on
close.
That.
We were close to over 500 already.
Yeah, only 2 games, right?
And there's lots of really strange stretches where, I mean, I get what a lot of these people in chat are saying. It felt like we had no run support at all in a lot of games. And, there's also a lot of games where, like, our pitching just completely imploded. Especially, I mean, you guys remember Puke Jackson going out there.
God,
just
man.
he shows up. Like, there's so many things going. There's so many moving pieces, and we
made a song about him on Suno, man.
Yep.
Yeah. I was so glad that Atlanta took him away. I had a party. I did.
What's up, Tom? Yes, it's nice to talk baseball.
There's a lot of bad things going on last year with the Giants, and going into this year, we're keeping a lot of the highlights. That's something we have to look forward to. I mean, Ramos, if you look at Ramos's numbers, you watch Ramos play, completely awesome. Like, just such an amazing young talent, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's that Major League Pitching had scouting reports on him, and he cooled off a bit because, it's a game of back and forth. The pitchers adjust to you, and then you adjust to the pitchers. So once he figures out, I mean, I think it was like, it was either him or Fitzgerald that was like, they were lighting up the high fastballs and really getting, owned by the low and away stuff.
Yeah.
Once they figure out how to hit that, and they have the whole off season to figure that out. I mean, they
lay off.
They're looking at or lay off them. Yeah, of course. I mean, they're looking at they have access to more data than we do, and more of that like biomechanical stuff that they can see how to adjust their swing and where to swing at pitches and stuff like that. This is stuff they can improve upon. So, we have a lot of question marks in our lineup, of course, of guys that aren't exactly proven, but they've shown flashes of talent.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited to see what they can do, starting with opening day. And
that's going to be key. And Marcus, I don't know. I think you were in here. I don't know if you were here in the chat as far as our in the show here, but you might have been in the chat. I mean, let's be serious here. I think right now, as the roster stands, I know people aren't going to want to probably hear this because I get it. You want the team to be better. So do I. I want the team to break if they could have another bat added. And of course, some more pitching, I'd be ecstatic. But as it stands today, the Giants are over. Glenn, I think, disagrees. I think the team will be over. And again, all things being equal, no damn injuries, the team will be above 500.
I mean, I put my money where my mouth is. I bet a somewhat significant sum that they would win more than 81 games.
Yeah,
I say same record at best, same record as last year.
If you add Corbin Burnes and Roki Sasaki and another bat, you're significantly you're getting into the 90 wins now. You're getting into the 90s wins.
I mean, look at our team. Look at our team from last year.
14 wins, I think, with that change.
I mean,
as it stands today, Eric, I think we're 500 team, maybe.
I think right now, because again, you're going to have a full season. Again, listen to what I'm saying, though. I'm talking about injuries. If you have Ramos an entire season, Lee, who else are we talking about?
Fitzgerald for an entire
season. Adames is now in your lineup. I'm telling you guys, the team is over 500. Is it going to be a playoff team? No, I'm not going to go that far. I don't. There's a lot of freaking teams out there that, we broke it down the other day, right? A little bit. Your 3 division winners are probably going to be the the Phillies, and
don't count out the Braves.
Yeah, well, hold on. I'm going to get into this, and we'll just say the Brewers for the Central. You still got the Braves, the Mets, the Padres, the Cubs, the Diamondbacks, Cincinnati. I think is going to be better with Terry Francona leading that club. I mean, it's not going to be easy, man. Not by any stretch of the imagination. So, are they going to be above 500? I think they will be.
Where do you think they finish in the West, Eric?
If currently constructed,
third.
Currently,
I think it's going to be third or fourth.
I mean, I just don't. You can look at the Diamondbacks roster as it sits today.
I think the Diamondbacks roster looks great as it's
nailed the ended Josh Naylor. They lost Walker, Josh
Goldschmidt, Naylor.
Corbin Burnes will be better.
I like that. I like Arizona's rock. Dude, everybody see the Giants
Absolutely.
got better. So did everybody else. Don't forget. You don't just show up and win, Eric.
No, I know, man.
I would love.
It's not going to be easy,
Eric. I think we're going to win 90 games, and I'm so excited. I'm excited to see ball again, meaningful baseball. I love ball, but I'm not.
Did the Diamondbacks sign any pitchers
I don't
at
think
all?
this is the team that's going to play.
Did who?
Games.
Did the Diamondbacks sign any pitchers at all?
No, I think it's been
their pitching is some of the worst in all of baseball.
They picked up a backup catcher and they traded for Josh Naylor. And their rotation will probably be better. Oh, whoa. What's going on, Senior? Huh? What are you talking about, dude?
What?
The Senior says Burnes to Arizona ? There's no way.
Who said that? Oh, okay. I thought he was saying for fact.
Oh.
Don't be saying that. Oh, yeah. Never mind. Damn, Senior, dude. You about gave me cardiac arrest, man. I'm like, what? I'm hitting freaking Twitter, refreshing. Like, what are you talking about, dude? I heard Burnes, Arizona, and then
yeah, that was scary. You scared the hell out of me.
Scared the shit out of me, dude. Damn, dude.
Let's think about this. Let's think about this for a quick second. Okay. We were an 80-win team last year, right? 80 win team.
And it was pretty bad. And it was
we gave Tyro Estrada 96 games. Okay. Jorge Soler 93 games. Wilmer Flores 71 games. Nick Ahmed 52 games. These people are gone.
What?
Not Wilmer Flores, but the other guys.
Yeah, that's better.
It's and we had all those horrible mishaps early in the season with pitching, like Keaton Wynn and
Blake Snell in the beginning was
Jackson.
Absolutely horseshit. Yeah.
First half, Blake Snell was maybe the worst pitcher in baseball.
Yes.
Kai Tang, just completely abysmal pitchers that lost this game straight up. So
10%.
One game flips differently last year, despite how horrible the performances were down the across the board, and we're a 500 team.
Mm-hmm.
And we're getting rid of all of those players that were basically just landmines on a roster.
Yeah.
So, I mean, to say that we're not a 500 team is crazy. Now, whether we're gonna lock up a wild card slot, that remains to be seen. There's a lot of question marks on a roster, but to me, there's no question that we're going to be at least a 500 team. But being a 500 team is not enough to make it to the playoffs.
Right.
So,
all right, Marcus. Do you think we're making the playoffs next year?
I think there's still some work to do. Of course. I mean, either the big question marks on a roster have to step up in a big way, or we have to make those big free agent signings, or down the stretch, we have to make the big trade to get us there at the deadline. There's something that has to happen that exceeds our expectations, of course. But whether we are a 500 team today, no question. No question we're a 500 team today.
Man.
We were
I know, Glenn,
can see it.
I get it.
I can see it. I mean, they could at best they're a couple of games over 500, man. But just as easily 2 or 3 games below 500.
But in that sense, like we're roughly a 500 team.
Roughly.
We're roughly a 500.
We were lucky. Remember we got on that hot streak Eric and I have discussed it.
Yeah, back in June, I remember that
Final
one.
2 weeks of the season. We were in
That
Baltimore.
was a hot
we
streak.
were we won.
At the end of the
won some
season, we're
games we had
beating
no
all these
business
playoff
winning.
teams.
And all of a sudden, we won like 10 of 12 when it meant nothing.
Yep.
It may have
Where
meant nothing.
were we without? If we had even played 500 in that stretch, we had would that be a 75 win season there, 76 wins.
No.
So we got a little lucky.
We got a little lucky and a little unlucky in spots, right? Like,
yeah, that happens. That's baseball, though. That's just baseball.
I would say that we were slightly, it reflected it. We were a slightly below 500 team, and I think we've made some significant improvements to our team. Now, whether that means we'll make the playoffs or not yet. We, again, like I was saying just a few minutes ago, it's going to require some improvements to our team and for things to go beyond our expectations. But yeah, I mean, I'm excited to see players on the field that are going to play every game. Like having that consistent roster that Posey is already kind of assembled and is going to make sure that opening day roster is not going to be that different from our 162nd game roster. That's going to be important. And it's not. It sucks when you go out to the park and you're paying good money to see the game and spending money on beers and food, and you don't even know who's going to take the field that day.
Right.
Right on. And you know what else, Marcus? You're paying that money to go to the ball games. And I haven't said this to Eric for a while, but I can remember one show I mentioned that the fact remains that last season, of all those games that I sat in Oracle Park and watched, I can only remember the Friday night game. Can't remember the date, Eric. You'd be sometime late August, perhaps. We played the Detroit Tigers on a Friday night, and we won in the bottom of the ninth. There was no late game heroics. There was no excitement. Usually you get half a dozen to like 10 of those games. You come down to the ninth inning, you're down 2 or 3 runs, you come back. Everybody's leaving thinking, playing the parade. This is awesome. I only remember that once, Eric. I ran back here and did the show with you. We beat the Detroit Tigers on a home run late, bottom of the ninth, a walk-off, and all hell broke loose, and the fans were coming out of the stadium like we were going to the World Series. And that should be happening more than once a season.
Yeah. No, I mean, I got pretty lucky. The games I went to, I feel like, we happened to win most of the ones that I went to.
What was the most exciting game you went to last year?
Oh, man. I was there when we played the Twins, and there was a no-hitter going for like 5 or 6 innings. And, everyone in my section was just on the edge of their seats every time there was any contact or any close pitch. And I remember that being pretty exciting to watch.
All right. Well, no disrespect intended, but if I go to a ball game and the whole season, the biggest thing to happen was a 5th inning no hitter. That's pretty bad.
Yeah, I mean, there wasn't a lot of. There aren't a lot of power hitters on our roster, right? I mean, I did witness.
It doesn't matter. You could have a team and every player hits 10 home runs or less, but you can score runs and it can be exciting.
That same game. I don't know why I forgot this. That same game, Yaz had a walk-off. There was a walk-off like wild throw.
I know there's a walk-off walk. Wilmer Flores got that.
Yeah, no, it was Yaz.
That was a good one, Eric.
Yaz hit a triple. And then they overthrew the throw to third base, and Yaz walked it off that game against the Twins. That was pretty awesome. Everyone was like really hyped about that.
There's no way the Diamondbacks are getting it. There's no way they're getting.
No, the Diamondbacks.
They're not spending $245 million plus for a pitcher. No way.
There's very few pitchers. There's very few teams.
No way
can afford these contracts, and Diamondbacks are not one of those teams.
What's up? What is up? God, Dan, are you guys giving anything away? Asking for Rob C. I heard Rob C wants something else, man.
Rob C won on Dan's
Yeah!
channel tonight. It's a two-timer.
Rob, what are you
Yay,
doing?
thank you,
man?
Rob.
guys?
What are you doing, dude?
I've been on the show when fine baseball.
Look at
I'm
you,
the
man.
winner.
He's getting tickets. He's getting jerseys and
Come
sweaters
on,
and
man.
baseballs.
Come on,
and-
man. Come on, man.
Hey, Rob. One thing I have to give you a word of advice.
Wait till I win those season tickets. I'll take you guys to a game.
I hate to say this. I don't want to burst your bubble, but that flag, maybe put a Giants flag back up there, because right now,
I know.
It's
I'm just
tough.
saying.
I
I'm
don't
just
have
saying,
one
man.
anymore, but I'll get one.
It's
You know
tough
what?
in Niner
Tell
country.
you what, you know what's even better? Go find a poster of Corbin Burnes and Roki Sasaki. There you go. Hey, hold on. Rob C. Ooh, look at that. Oh, speaking of which, I got something else.
Emotional night capped off by exciting Wilmer Flores walk-off victory. That was a limited edition Wilmer Flores walk-off card.
Of course.
Eric, you know the
Of course.
date? It was
That's
June
6th?
24th.
Yeah, 6/24.
June 24th.
All right, here we go. You know what you need to do? Since you're having all this luck, Rob, you need to utter these words. The San Francisco Giants will sign Corbin Burnes.
I'm gonna start a prayer
Say it,
circle.
Rob. Say it, Rob.
The San Francisco Giants will sign Corbin Burnes and Rocky Sasaki.
There you go. Woo! That's what I'm talking about, man. It's happening, dude. It's happening. We got the Rob C mojo going on. There is no way.
I like the
Giants
name
are
better.
denied.
Rocky Sasaki.
I like it. I like it. Let's go, man.
No poo-pooing
dude.
tonight,
When
man.
we
No
go to that Giants game, Corbin Burnes will throw a perfect game.
Hey, keep it up, dude. That's what I like. Dude, keep it up.
Christmas
Please.
already happened. You should have put that. You should have sent that in on your letter to Santa.
Did
There
Rob
we
C.
go,
did
man.
Rob C. read the fine print though in that contest? He
What
gets
is-
the jersey, goes to the game with Eric and I, but he buys the hot dogs and the beers for the whole crew.
That's fine. I'm fine.
Right on, Mark.
Oh, I can't wait. You know what? We'll do that up next year, man. You know what? It's not a huge giveaway. I hope you appreciate it, Rob. It's about having fun. Eric and I love going with the fans, meeting guys over there. You're going to be there. So,
And I tell you what, if you guys,
give me a lot of-
whoever wants to
lot of fun.
join the game can join the game. It's up to you
yeah,
guys.
it's not just Rob. We ain't buying tickets for everybody.
We
but
ain't
you
buying.
come to the
We're
game.
buying tickets for Rob, but
Yeah.
if anyone else wants to come, man, you guys are more than welcome to come enjoy it. We could take up a whole row or something like that. Trust me,
Yeah.
my voice travels enough to where I could talk to the person on the other end of the row. Glenn,
Eric, will you shut up the whole. I said, Eric. Oh, forget it. Eric talked. Everyone
talk.
in my life says, Jesus Christ, Bernice, Glenn talks a lot. She goes, oh, you haven't met Eric.
It's the truth.
Yeah.
That's not a lie.
First,
What
he
you
met
see
the
is what you
guys
get,
from
man.
Germany. Well,
Yeah.
Eric and I chatted. Then he met the guy from Germany. Then he met the family next to you. I said, Eric was there 9 innings, and I think he watched 4 batters.
No,
Every time he'd
come
look
on.
at me, go, oh, what'd you do? What'd you do?
No, I saw
Really?
that bomb. What was that? What was that kid's name from Miami? The kid they traded for. Not
Was that the home
Not
run ball to
Norby.
center?
when he hit it to freaking right center.
And
Cleared
near went through the wall. It went into the bullpen and just,
Cleared
it
the
was a
visitor's
punch.
bullpen. It was a
punch card.
monster shot. Oh my god. God, I can't remember what the hell his name was. But yeah. Miami, man, they hit up on poor Logan Webb on that game.
Come on, George.
Anyways, Rob C, what you got, man? Bring it in. What do you got to say, man?
Oh, can I ask, what did you win tonight? What did Dan give you? Tickets?
I won an autographed Casey Schmidt baseball.
Right on, man. That's awesome, dude. He's getting all the swag. Look at that.
Well, you won like 3 contests now. You won a hoodie. You won a ball.
But Dan, just wait. Just wait. I'm going to win those season tickets if you get them.
You think?
Rob is a prophet now. Hopefully his luck doesn't run out at midnight on January 1st. Put your bets in on the Giants this year. There you go. Rob, you got it. Yeah, there you can see. Marcus, he's already on it, man.
Yeah.
He's already on it. Rob, dude,
right on.
you got something going on, man. Keep it up, though, dude. That's
yeah. The thing is, guys, I swear to you, I don't win anything ever.
Bullshit. Bullshit.
I swear to God.
Oh my God. And you know what's like the craziest part of this whole thing? For those of you who weren't on the show for our Christmas Eve show, Rob was the very last qualifier.
You were.
So he didn't even have, there was only one number left.
We didn't even get to pick a number.
The number 9. That was it. He didn't have to pick a number.
Whether you liked it or
you
not.
were stuck with it, dude. You were stuck with it. And voila.
Yeah.
The magic wheel picked number 9.
And not only did he qualify, Eric, he came in a fucking right field with the answer to the question during our show. Like, what the hell? We were talking. What was the answer you did give?
We were talking about
home run.
Stolen base king.
Stolen base king was the answer. And we're talking about pitching. Jesus. Unbelievable, Rob. I'll tell you, you got a horse.
I wasn't even paying attention to what you guys were talking about. I was just kind of studying, trying to figure out maybe what the grade was.
Nice. Nice.
Oh, geez. Who was the guy that was at wasn't Addy, was it? No, who came in every night? And Brandon Belt, Casey Schmidt.
They just
I remember
names,
that.
Man.
That was funny.
That was good stuff.
Hey, Marcus, you didn't qualify, did you?
No, I also didn't. I didn't try very hard.
He didn't try. He wasn't.
Okay. Well, I guess he didn't want to be stuck with you and I. It really comes down.
He's
to
like,
down to that.
I'm not going to the game with those mother.
No. I'll make it out to a game.
Oh man. Okay, real quick, Rob C. I didn't get a chance. What's on your mind, man? Let's hear what you have to say about the Giants.
Nuggets. How you doing?
What do you think's holding his first?
Whoa, we lost him.
All right, see you later then, Rob.
You know
what happened?
Did you see his?
He went back over to see Dan. That's
no. You know what? You saw the cat came right behind him, and next thing you know, poof, he was gone.
Yeah, it was the cat's fault. I think he's over on Dan's show. That's all. Look, man, he's all over.
I'm back.
No, he's back. He's gone. Hold on, let me try to bring him back. You there?
Rob, you there? Hello. Jeez, he's pulling a Chardol.
My cat knocked me off.
I told you. I said I saw the cat from behind him, and lo and behold, he got cut off.
Wait a second. Is it just me? All I see is Rob C. I don't even see him in the block. What happened?
We can hear him.
Hello, Rob.
Listen, Rob? Do you guys think the hold up on that Burnes thing is the opt-out years?
It might be. You know, Rob, it's a good point because we're talking about. I think Scott Boras here. I'm just going to put this up as I'm talking. He's an issue, man. He always has been. Now, here's the deal. He signed there's a couple of guys he signed already. Juan Soto, yeah, he has an opt-out after the 5th year. But come on. Did you see what that opt-out consists of? It's a joke.
They can buy out the opt-out as well.
Right.
Okay, but if the issue is an opt-out, would you give him a 3-year deal with a 4-year deal with the opt-out after 3 years?
He's going to want more than 4 years.
That's not even. I don't think that's negotiating. He's not going to come to the table for that.
I wouldn't be surprised if he wants an opt-out after the 2nd.
I think he wants like a 7-year deal with an opt-out after 2.
That's bullshit.
I tell him to kiss.
Go to hell. No,
yeah, I mean,
dude.
That it just sounds more like.
That sounds like a Farhan deal.
It does.
I mean, it sounds like a Boras deal that Farhan would take.
Right. Yeah. And that's the thing.
And then the Giants announce it's a 6-year deal when really it's a 1 or a 2.
Here, let's talk. I'm gonna get into this, guys.
It's like when they talked about signing Snell, a 3-year deal. I'm like, fuck, it's not a 3-year deal. It's a 1-year deal.
To your point, Rob C., talking about what's the deal. It could be the opt-outs, but here's the deal. You got Scott Boras. Maybe he's testing young Buster just to see what the kid is made of. I call him a kid. He's 37 years old. but just to see what he's made of. This is his first time as president of baseball operations. And it seems like for all intents and purposes, we don't know. We're not, privy to what the conversations are, but it seems like Buster Posey's not willing to be pushed around. And I like it. That's good. Yeah. I think Scott Boras was able to push around the likes of Farhan Zaidi. And I don't think Buster Posey has fallen for that. I think he's sticking to his guns. Granted, you still got to negotiate. Both sides have to come to agreement. It takes two people to get this thing done. So
I think
I like what's going on. I think, right? Do you think it's Scott Boras probably just testing on what Buster Posey's going to do?
I think Buster agreed to the number and is just like, we gave you the number you wanted.
They did agree to a number, but then Boras came back after they agreed to the number and wanted a 2-year opt-out.
Bruce, well, I didn't hear about the opt-outs, but in Bruce Jenkins, he talked about, and I'll just get back to this in a minute, Marcus, in a minute, interrupt. Bruce Jenkins said that Scott Boras is, doing his thing, and it's pissing off the organization. And it's interesting because now Mark Feinsand came out with an article today saying the same thing, that they're becoming impatient. So Bruce Jenkins and Mark Feinsand, their stories are jiving. They're meshing. So you could see that there's something going on. It's 100%, Rob. It's 100% the issue of Scott Boras. What is it, though, particularly? Is it the amount of money? Is it the opt-outs? That's the part we don't know. All right, go for it, Marcus.
Yeah, I mean, I think that Boras asked for a particular number, whatever that number is. We don't know, some number of years and some amount of money. And I think that Posey was just like, okay, I got approval to spend that much money. And Boras is like, well, give me a little opt-out here. And Posey's just not going to play ball with that.
No.
I think it's just, we gave you the number and the amount of years. Take it or leave it.
Correct.
And that's just what we're waiting on.
Yeah, but guys, are you approaching this as a fan? Like, are you all about, we've got to go, oh my God, just give him whatever he wants. We got to get him. Or are you looking at it like I am for management and saying eventually you just go, you know what? I know you say you want to play in San Francisco. We've been more than generous with the offer. The time we've bent over backward. You're still screwing. I'd say, you know what? We know you really want to play here, but frig off. Enjoy your next 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 year. Go get your 8 year. Go to Toronto. You wanted to come here that bad? You didn't show it. Go play somewhere else. I eventually hear the term shitter get off the pot. Well, finally, something's got to go down here. They were talking about this being done 3-4 weeks ago, Eric. Then it was 2 weeks ago. Then it was last week. And oh my God, it's going to be January. What the hell are we doing?
When do pitchers and catchers report?
We'll end up with Roki
middle of February.
Burnes.
Okay, while I totally agree that we should just give him the finger if he's not going to take the money that we're offering him.
There you go.
No, the only time I give him the finger is if it's being unreasonable.
Right. No, that's what I'm saying. It's like if there's an offer on the table, like is reported, that is a reasonable offer, and he's not going to take it because he wants to get a better deal elsewhere. It is what it is. But also, the Giants do need to make some more moves. Like we were saying before, the Giants need to make some more moves if we're going to be a real playoff contender.
Yeah, but all I'm saying, Marcus, is you're going to only play me so long, and I say that's it.
Oh, you're saying offers off the table.
Especially when, that's all we hear around baseball is, God, he wants to be a Giant. He wants to be a Giant. Well, sooner or later, I go, well, you're not going to be a Giant.
Sure.
I got a business to run. And I'm going to move on and do what I have to do for the team. I'm not here to stroke your ego and give you what you want if this is going to drag out. I'm not doing another Snell and signing you in the middle of March. That's for goddamn sure. And I got to agree with Mark Graves. If the Giants want him for 7 years, what difference is it with an opt-out after 3? I take him for the 3 years. If he wants to leave, you got him for 3, let him go out.
Here's the reason
which
why
is probably a
Posey
benefit
doesn't,
to the team, Mark.
The reason why Posey doesn't want the opt-out is because he wants to field a team that he can build a story around for basically the duration of our farm system's prime years.
Fair enough.
There you go, Mark Patna. There you go. Appreciate that. That's all I'm saying. If he wants to play here, what's the holdup? Like, you're going to piss him off to the point where you go, then, who's going to answer then, Eric? Is Boras.
Of course.
Oh, they're definitely look. The Burnes and Morse, they're treading on thin ice. You know, you know, if you're not careful,
better come to decision soon. Yeah,
I think it's going to come to a head soon. I don't think this is going to drag on until March or even February or even the middle of January. I wouldn't be surprised if this gets done within the next week or two. To be honest with you,
I think I think Burnes definitely signs before pitchers and catchers report because no team wants what happened to Blake Snell in the first half.
Right.
But I also agree, Glenn. Like we can't, if they're gonna play hardball with us and try to drag this out, we can't stop making moves on account of someone who's playing us.
Right.
I just always approach it as business because that's what I do. I'm in business. I love what I do. I get to do it's not baseball related, but I'm a manager. I run my businesses, all of my companies on a day-to-day basis. And I'm telling you, I'm sick and tired of the players through, of course, the representation doing this. Even Eric and I talked about they work out a deal, and as much as it's the owner's fault, they've got no trade clauses. I won't play you. I won't go to the Angels. Screw you. I'd have no contracts with any trade options whatsoever. If I'm trading you, you're going where I'm trading you.
Oh,
I hate that the players have too much of their hand in
baseball, not so much.
I don't know, man.
They're the talent. The owners should be able to do what they want.
Nah, you got to be careful with that.
I don't agree.
I get what you're saying, Glenn. No doubt about it. I get what you're saying, but you've got to be careful with that because the last thing you want to do is piss off the MLB Players Association.
I think baseball is what it is because we have amazing, talented players putting their bodies on the line to provide entertainment for us 162 times a year, plus postseason. And ultimately, it's these individual players that need to be valued and not exploited by these organizations that are penny pinching and scraping for every dollar out of them.
Oh, come on, Marcus. Oh, let me ask you that then. We're going to go down a slippery slope here. Do you say the players, even the ones making the least salary, you say they're underpaid?
They don't get to work for the same length as you and I do. Okay, they don't get to be at desk jobs. Their career could end tomorrow.
Dude, I'll work one. Eric, I'll sign. I told you, I'll sign one freaking contract. I'm happy.
But you haven't
was a talented player. My God, he only played one season. And guess what? I'm living on a beach in Mexico for the next 70 years, dude.
If it was
overpaid, Mark.
If it was that easy, then you should have done it. If you had the the mix of physical talent and dedication and years of effort and grinding through the system to get that contract, then you deserve it. But you can't do that.
No way. No, well, we'll never. There's some things we just won't agree on. Juan Soto, I'm always going to be the kind of guy who says the guy who cures cancer or the guy who does heart surgery or even, hell, the guy who drives the dump truck in New York City, the garbage truck in New York City deserves more than the ball player.
It's not just about how much money, he deserves just in the sense of like the amount of physical effort he's putting in. It's how much money that the ownership in baseball is making off of Juan Soto.
Who gives a damn? If I hired Eric to be my morning man on the radio and I'm making a lot of money, I'm not giving him, he's on a salary. And I'm dead set against this. Nothing pisses me off more than the player who signs a 5-year deal and after 2 years goes, it's time to renegotiate. No, you signed the 5-year contract. What the hell are you talking about? I am dead set against giving players more money. I'm the owner of the company. It's my business. Now, the owners don't. What? Again, why do the owners have so much say? They are the owners own the franchise. Marcus, the players
but
are
anyone with money can own a baseball team.
I'd be a hell of a stringent. I'd have the purse strings pretty tight, man.
You see all sorts of horrible owners too.
You're going to be a John Fisher.
I'll
Glenn
be
wants
a
to be
freaking-
John Fisher.
Oh, I'll be a John Fisher.
He wants to get out of Oakland. That would be his choice in a heartbeat. That's what I'm saying. Like, these owners have far too much power over baseball when they're not the reason why we watch baseball.
Hold on a second.
You
They have
watch baseball
they
because
have
of
too
John
much
Fisher?
power over baseball,
Hey,
but they
wouldn't
own
that be
they
something
own
if,
the teams. The owners
someone-
own the teams,
someone-
man.
Someone can own the team.
The players don't own the teams.
But the players are what brings the entertainment to the damn ballpark. If you're going to sign a bunch
The
of
biggest
freaking
fools are the owners for paying them.
no,
you
that's
watch
just
baseball
that's,
because-
that's just
You
that's
watch
just
baseball
it
because you
is,
like
man.
John Fisher or Greg Johnson. Like, no, we don't care about these people. These people could be anyone with money. There's plenty of people out there that would love to purchase the Oakland A's. For example, they could be these teams will sell in a heartbeat. There's tons of extremely wealthy, dedicated people who are more than happy to purchase a Major League Baseball team. That they don't matter. They could be anyone. They just profit off of
Hey,
the
Johnny.
labor of these baseball players. We watch because there's amazing stories of amazing baseball players that come out 1 in a million, and we pay to watch their exceptional talent every night.
Yes.
That is why we watch
Juan
baseball.
Soto's talent is not worth $700 million.
Now
So-
that's a different story. Yes.
How much money do you think that the Mets are making off of Juan Soto?
who cares? It's what
I'll tell you one thing. Now
they're in a money
do I
making
think-
business. He's the owner of the team. He wants to make as much money as he can.
Now here's the thing.
See,
Yeah,
everybody's
no,
looking at it from I'm a fan, and the players deserve, they're the you buy the ticket to see the movie.
By the way, completely wrong,
The
7
movie.
grand.
You see the star of the movie, right? The star is the player. I
Multiple
look at it
people are
from the
offered by
business standpoint. It's the same with any kind of a sport or a business that says, well, you know what revenue sharing is. Fuck revenue sharing. I'm running a business to make all the money for myself, not to, Eric, you're a good fella. I'm going to give you half my money. Fuck that. I'm in it for me. I'm the owner of the company. I'm the owner of any business, including a ball club. Revenue sharing my ass.
The revenue sharing exists because these smaller markets can't keep up.
compete with guys like Steve Cohen.
And you need Major League There's no relegation system in Major League
Right.
Baseball.
Right.
You need balancing
Because look,
the
we talked about this.
infrastructure- Yeah.
With Steve Cohen's worth $21 billion. If you're going up against another team's owner, for example, say Greg Johnson, they're I think worth what did they say? $4 billion, somewhere around there.
The Giants are worth like $5 billion.
You can't, even though they're billionaires, Steve Cohen is going to beat you every single damn time. Every time. That's just the nature of the game. That's the unfortunate thing with baseball. When you don't have a salary cap, dude, it's all on how aggressive you want to be with your money.
But what do you mean, Eric? What do you mean?
For example,
if you are the owner of the Mets,
yep.
Let's say he makes 42% increase in revenues this year.
Mm-hmm.
He's paying those big contracts. So John Fisher goes, I made 68% revenue increase, and I ain't paying as much. It's all business. You're looking at
prefer to
gotta
be
look
the
at it
A's?
from a business standpoint, man. Got to look at business.
But the problem is when you're talking baseball, there's guys out there who are willing to spend and some who aren't.
And that's fine.
unfortunately,
There's some markets that just don't
and-
support it, that have the infrastructure and history of a Major League Baseball team.
Yes.
And sure, you can argue that maybe there should be a relegation system, but that's a very complicated question that none of us are prepared to answer today.
And it ain't going to get. It's not
going to get
going
solved.
away. It's not going to get. It's not. Players Union are not going to go for it. Not in any way, shape, or
No.
form. You will have a work stoppage before they agree to anything to that.
Yeah.
See, now that pisses you off, right? Oh my God, a work stoppage. I don't care if there's a work stoppage at that point. The inmates cannot run the asylum, Eric.
But they're not, because the owners
They're
are willing to
not
pay
inmates.
it. The owners are willing to pay it, man. Steve Cohen just dropped
That's-
800. He's willing to do it.
That's
They
a
make
problem.
money hand over fist.
That's not going to change.
That's
though.
a problem. Now let's
Oh,
go
yeah.
back. Look, we got all off.
Then
You
you
got me
gotta
all
do it.
wound up.
Then you gotta do a cap.
F-bombs are flying. Marcus, I go back, and you already answered the question. Marcus says Players are worth all this money, worth every penny.
Well,
Okay,
I'm
you're
not going
saying
to
that.
go that route.
Okay, but you're saying that you're saying that Steve Cohen, who's worth billions of dollars through being, let's say he's made it through being a very savvy businessman, right? Are you saying that he's a moron for making this investment in Juan Soto? That somehow like
You're twisting the question.
But I'm saying, like, are you saying his business acumen is poor enough, and the owners around baseball, their business acumen is poor enough to pay the amount of money that Major League Baseball players are making? Or do you think
not if there's a big enough revenue coming, and if he makes enough money off of them?
Of course. So why are these players making this much money? Because they know they'll make far more than what they're paying them.
Money because the owners are idiots.
Let's
but this
talk
has
about
nothing to do with the question. I asked Marcus, do the players deserve the money they make? And he said, yes. I don't think any player is worth $1 million, Eric.
Here's the thing.
We're talking 700s and 600s and 500s.
Here's the problem. And again, it goes to the point of if owners are willing to pay it, they're going to pay. If you're an exceptional player and an owner wants you, they're going to go to great lengths. And let's talk about it. You want to talk about increasing revenue? Do you think for 1 second Stephen Cohen gives a flying crap about how much money he makes off of Juan Soto? I don't think he does. Do you know what does Steve Cohen want? What is Steve Cohen's? What does he want more than anything?
He wants to win.
He wants that World Series trophy. He could care less if he makes a dime off of Juan Soto. He wants to win. And that's the thing. You got owners out there who are willing to do whatever it takes to win. The owner of the Philadelphia Phillies spent a lot of money, right? Because he wants to win.
We shouldn't act like the Phillies are, hemorrhaging money or anything.
Right.
They're spending money and they're making money.
And they're exactly. Now, Los Angeles Dodgers, they spend a lot of money. They're there now. You want to talk about a unicorn in more ways than one? Shohei Ohtani not only is the best player out there playing the game, he's making the damn Dodgers. How much did he make the Dodgers this last year? Over $120 million. He's on a totally different level.
Yeah.
I don't think Juan Soto is a quote unquote Shohei Ohtani, but it's good. But Steve Cohen believes in him in winning that World Series.
So $7,000 says, where should all the money go? The owner's pockets? That's exactly where it should go. Because who owns the business? Not the players and not the secretary.
But if you're not going to
the
pay,
owner of the company makes the money. Eric, why do I work for a living? Why do I own the company? I own the company to make money.
And I'll tell you what. I'll tell you something right now. If you're a baseball owner and they take this is not an attack, but if they take your mindset in being an owner, you're going to be the White Sox. You're going to lose over 100 games because you've got to be willing to spend if you want to win. If you're going in as hold on, listen. If you're going to go in trying to make money as a baseball owner, you're in the wrong profession. You need to go invest.
Yes, and you know what? But in fairness, you know why the Chicago White Sox are in this situation? Not only because they don't spend the money, Eric. You know why they're in this situation? Because Major League Baseball owners and Major League Baseball in general have put the game in this situation. There is no freaking salary cap, and it is going to destroy.
Exactly right.
Destroy baseball.
Wilby is exactly right. Wilby is the players produce the profit. The players produce the profit. If you
where should the profit go? Into the owner's pocket.
If you got rid of all of the owners today and replace them with new owners, let's say the Commissioner of Baseball forced a sale of every single Major League Baseball team. Do you think people would still watch baseball tomorrow?
But it was just nice coming in and see you guys. I haven't been in a while.
Right on, Rob. Hey, sorry, man. Didn't mean to ignore you, man. We're on a heated discussion here.
People get paid
easy,
according to the amount of revenue.
You betcha.
People should be paid according to the amount of revenue they produce for their company. Simple as that. It's simple as that. You produce profit for your company.
Are you kidding me?
They pay
you don't own a bit, Marcus. What do you do for a living, Marcus?
I'm a software engineer.
Do you own the company?
No, I don't own the company, But I have
That's not business, man.
that is exactly.
You don't say, "Oh, we had a good year, so Eric, I'm giving you a 42% wage because I made lots of money." Eric, you got to get your 42% increase. That's not the way it works, man. I'm running. It doesn't matter. So I have my views, man. Everybody's got their view. I think you're crazy if you think a player is worth $700 million or
That's different. We're
$500
not
million,
talking about that.
even $1 million.
We're not even talking about that. We're not. Look, are these
Yes,
contracts
we are. I asked
bloated?
Marcus. I said, "Are players overpaid?" He goes, "No, they're worth every penny." I said, "They're not."
Well, look, I'm not going to say. Look, these players are what are making these owners money, right? Period. So if you're going to make all this millions and billions of dollars, well, then guess what? You need to be paying your employees who attract that attention to your team. You see what I'm saying? Now, is a player worth $700 million?
No.
That's the issue I have with. That's the
did he
issue I
quit?
have.
Did he get mad and quit, or where'd he go? He's gone.
Marcus.
I guess I pissed him off. All right, he can come back. He must have got booted off or something. Eric, if I sign you, Eric, to a contract and I pay you $1 million, the lights are back on anyway. We paid the bill. So if I pay you $1 million, Eric, to appear in a motion picture I'm filming, Giant Sports Talk Live, starring Eric Romo in theaters Christmas Day, and you go, "Yeah, this is going to be a pretty good movie. I'll take $1 million. I'll be your star in the movie," and then all of a sudden, it goes on to record numbers, and they go, "This movie made $385 freaking million." Is Eric going to go, "Yeah, well, you know what? Maybe Glenn, I know we filmed the movie. I want another $85 million because it did really good." I'll go, "Eric, that's business. I made the money. It's my investment. My investment is what I want to spend." That's all I'm saying is the players.
Okay.
But you're not going to make that money without that
investments.
Here's how every successful company works today. Basically.
Marcus is going to tell me how. Okay. I'm listening, Marcus.
There are these things called key performance indicators. Okay. That determine how well you do at your job, and they pay. Either you make them yourself or you pay very expensive consultants from like McKinsey or whatever to help you determine what these KPIs are.
So
basically,
Marcus, you're a smart enough businessman. You're not paying consultant fees to anybody. You're running.
Hold on. Let him finish the thought. They do get the consultants.
Basically. So basically, there's these numbers that you determine how well your employees are performing, and whether or not you think these KPIs work or not. That's not what we're talking about right now. There's ways to determine how well your employees are performing and how much money that they are producing for your company. And you give your employees a percentage of the amount of money that they're making you in order to reward them being profitable employees for you. And that's how you not only encourage people to come work for you, but that's how you encourage your employees to perform well. This is how every successful multi-million / multi-billion dollar company works in the United States. Every big company works this way. That's just how they run. I've worked at big companies. I've worked at small companies. This is just how successful companies are run. If you're paying your employees pennies, they're going to go elsewhere. They're going to go elsewhere. You reward your employees based on a percentage of how well they perform and how well you think they'll perform. When you hire a new senior software engineer and you're paying them $300,000 a year, it's not necessarily because you know exactly how well they're going to do. It's because you predict that they're going to do well, more than $300,000 worth of production for your software.
Oh, I agree with you. I agree why it's happening. I know why it's happening, and I agree with you. I just say it's wrong. And again, Major League Baseball is going to, it's heading toward a cliff.
Why is it wrong that?
So what's the next? So what does that mean? In the last 2 years, look what's happened.
Contributing.
You wait till about 2030 when Eric and I are probably still doing this freaking show. And we're not making enough money, are we, Eric? I'm not making my $1 million. But Eric and I are doing the show in 2030, and I go, geez, Eric, we got to do a live breaking show this afternoon because somebody signed $1 billion contract. Are they worth $1 billion? No. The game is, Eric,
if they're producing
wrong direction.
If they're producing $2 billion in revenue for their team, what's wrong with paying them $1 billion? It's just like if you work in sales and you sell 40 cars, you get paid based on how many cars you sell.
Mhm.
Baseball players, they get paid based on how well they play baseball.
Yes. And the thing is, yeah, right. And you got certain owners will pay at a premium to get said services of that baseball. That's the problem. Now,
so it's like the guys like in New York. I think they're crazy. They're nuts.
And you know what? I'll tell you something right now. The Juan Soto could absolutely backfire on Steve Cohen. 100%. It could. But that's the risk he's willing to take, man. That's it. Again, that has nothing to do with what quote unquote MLB. That has to do with that owner who owns that team. If he wants to shoot himself in the foot by offering such an outrageous contract, that's going to be on him, man. But again, maybe he gets what he wants. Maybe he gets his World Series trophies.
And if you want to run a business and you're getting replacement level workers and just trying to keep it afloat, you end up with teams like the White Sox.
Right. Or the
that's
A's.
just how it is.
Right.
If you want to run, this franchise,
they're all on the same. You're talking about baseball though, the way it is now today, no cap. That, you know what? There's no salary cap. That's why you have a Chicago White Sox here and a Colorado here. You get the Dodgers and the Mets and the Yankees here. Why? Because there is no salary cap. The game is ruining it.
Yeah,
the league is ruining itself.
Look, if you want,
there's no level playing field in baseball.
Well, I mean,
look,
to an extent there is. It's just, are you willing to spend the money? That's what it is. Are you willing?
If there was a cap, a flat cap, Eric, and that's it.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of
level playing field. You're going to sign and spend your money as wisely as you can to make the best team with what everybody's got the same. You got the same wad of cash.
The problem is that's never going to happen with the players union.
The White Sox.
No, exactly. And the game is becoming ruined.
The White Sox won 41 games last year. Okay. Mm-hmm. They're the worst team in the history of baseball since 1900, and they won 41 games. So if you think about it like this,
there you go.
It doesn't.
That's what the revenue sharing does. It helps level a little bit.
Yeah, of course.
With the revenue sharing.
To win a game, anyone can win a game of baseball. I think the salary cap could become important, but there's so much variance inherent to baseball. If even the worst team in the history of modern baseball can win a third of the time, think about how easy it would be for them to win more than a third of the time. Sorry, more than a fourth of the time if they had just tried a little bit. But again, sorry, just to finish the thought from before, it's like, there are teams, just like there are companies, that strive for excellence, and they are the ones that make the most money hand over fist, is when they are willing to go out and acquire high performing employees.
And
they pay for it, and they benefit from it.
And let's talk about this, guys. We're only talking about the free agents. We're not even getting into, if you draft and develop your own team, you don't have to spend that money. The Giants were able to do that in the World Series years. Did they go out there and sign big top free agents? Not really. No. They were able to draft and develop. You could do it that way. Now, if you want to win and you want to win now, well then, hey, then you could do what the Dodgers and the Mets are doing. You could throw out freaking oodles and oodles of money. Yeah, it doesn't mean it guarantees. Look what happened to the Dodgers. They almost got bounced in the divisional series. They were one loss away from being out after spending over $1 billion. It's not a guarantee just because you spend that money.
Exactly.
And again, that's bad on them. Hey, they want to do that. Guess what? Other teams are going to benefit because if you go out there and you make a bad move, well, then guess what? You're going to pay for it.
But
Yeah.
see what Kenneth said. See, this can become so business oriented. The whole discussion already is. Even if Soto turns out to be a bad bet for the Mets, it won't really hurt Cohen too much since he
Correct.
is worth $22 billion.
It
Eric, even big. You know what billionaire? You know why billionaires are billionaires?
Because they're smart
He
with
doesn't
money.
want to lose a freaking dollar.
But he's different. Steve Cohen's different, man. Right? He's a different.
You can't approach life as
No, I get
Eric,
it.
That's why doing the show is so easy come this time of the year for you and I. Let's pay Soto $700 because it ain't our freaking money.
Right.
Right? It's not our money. Oh, he can lose. He's worth $22 billion. He can lose $1 billion.
I don't.
Now, if it's his money and he's looking at the books saying, I lost $1 billion, Eric, he ain't going to be too happy.
You know what? But honestly, he knows this going in. This dude, the New York Mets is a hobby for him. He doesn't care.
I hope they get screwed.
Some billionaires will go out there and buy freaking some other outrageous things.
I'm always the one getting screwed.
Right?
I think the thing, your
He doesn't mind throwing
responsibility,
money away.
your responsibility as an owner, okay, is to of course, produce a profitable product, but also, what does that mean to produce a profitable product? Well, you need to cultivate the fan base, and you need to produce something that people want to a product that people want to consume. And so, if that means spending tons of money to change the narrative about your team, then that's what that takes. Steve Cohen's tired of the Mets playing second fiddle to the Yankees.
Right. So he can spend the money if he wants, but it's up to every individual. I think baseball is, again, this all came just simple question, Marcus. Why are we having this debate? I said, are the players worth what they get paid? And you said, absolutely.
Absolutely.
And I say, absolutely not.
Well, look, you're talking about a huge spectrum. Look, you're going everything. You're going from Juan Soto
to Tom Murphy. If Eric's brother drives the garbage truck in New York City, he gets up, works Monday to Friday. He's up at 3 a.m., goes to work. What's he deserve for a salary?
Public works are always, undervalued in the marketplace.
What does he deserve for a salary?
Well, look, talking about the exact numbers in this situation, I mean, it depends on the cost of living in his area, how much, how many hours he's working.
Marcus, just a simple answer.
You're asking for a simple answer to a very complex economic question.
Oh my God. Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Does the guy driving the garbage truck deserve $1 million, $3 million? Maybe 9.25.
What does the market say?
What is what are the requirements for him to survive in his situation?
This is not about everyone being equal. This is a capitalistic society we live in.
Exactly.
That's what it's about, man.
Well, Eric, if a radio station offers, the oldish station I do weekends on, I don't have to be doing it. I don't have to do that show. It's because I told them, here's how much I want to earn. They go, well, we'll pay you this much. And then I haven't been doing it the last 4 months. You know why? Because I just said, he ain't paying me. This is my number. The old envelope trick? This is my number, Eric.
Yeah.
Not 9 strikeouts in 6 innings. It's, hey, this is my mop. This is what I'm working for. So that company, as an owner, had the right to say, well, I can't pay you that. But guess what? Eventually he came and goes, how about you work 2 nights a week? And I actually make more per show now based on the contract I've got.
That's fair.
And what did I do? I go, well, if you're not paying me, then I'm walking.
And that's okay. That's
so
fine.
that leaves the ball in the owners. And hey, I'm working for another owner at that point. If he doesn't want to pay me, Eric, and I say, this is how much I want, or I'm not doing the show. Same with the Burnes situation. He goes, well, go do overnight somewhere else.
Yep, exactly.
Major League Baseball, as long as they go, yes, we'll give you $9.25 million for a year. This is fucked, Eric.
That's not baseball. That's the team.
Screwed.
No, it's the same, but it's the same concept, right?
Okay, let's think about this
concept. If you either pay me for what I'm worth, or I go somewhere else.
Say you're worth, I'll give you $2 million.
Okay.
And if he goes, I'm not signing that. Okay, go play for the Colorado Rockies.
He will go to arbitration. It will go to arbitration, and they will side with the player. He will get
I'd
what is
say
the
just go
market
play
value.
somewhere else. Again, it's just
Let's think about it
business
this way.
to me. It's business to me. And you guys can say, oh my God, you can pay these guys, but
Let's say we have a baker, okay? And a loaf of bread sells for what, $7. Okay?
$7. Where the hell do you live?
Let's say it's like a really nice artisanal. I mean, live in San Francisco. It's not cheap out here, man.
I bought bread the other day. I paid $4, $3.
I'm talking about
I
like
don't
a nice
live like
crusty
you,
loaf
Marcus.
of sourdough
I'm
bread.
only kidding. Go ahead.
Anyway, that's not the point. Let's say I, as a baker, produce, and I work for a bakery, and I produce with my labor 100 loaves of bread.
Mm-hmm.
And like, let's say the profit on each loaf of bread was $5, and I make 100 loaves of bread. How much money do you think I should get paid? The pure profit, ignoring material costs and other overhead costs, was $5 before you paid out your employees. How much money should I make per loaf of bread as a baker?
See,
Not
I don't got
zero.
too much going on. We got Dan up here. I got my conversation. Yeah. How much? Okay, just give me that in a nutshell one more time. I got to the point where you said the 100 loaves, your profit margin was $5 a loaf.
Ignoring my labor costs.
Right.
Would you say that my payment should somewhat be determined based on how many loaves of bread I'm producing?
Okay.
Would you say that?
No.
So whether I produce one loaf or 100 loaves, like it wouldn't matter to you. I should get paid a flat amount regardless of how good of a baker I am.
Right. You come into my office. Eric comes in. Will be Eric L. Tom. I go, I'm looking for 3 bakers I got to hire. Here's the salary. Here's much. I'll give you I usually wouldn't get a contract, but I'll give you a 2-year contract. Here's the salary. Here's the days off you'll get. And here's your sick. Here's all the HR information. Do you want the job? Oh, well, I want fucking $3 million. Well, all right. I tell you what, we'll take your resume.
They're going to go somewhere else, and you're going to.
You can go work somewhere else.
If you're
treating it like it's like, oh my God, I've got to have you. I'd go next. See you later. That's business.
And that's why you would end up with the White Sox.
That's what I'm saying. You got to be careful because you could be putting out the worst bread you've ever put out, and then you're losing money. You see what I'm saying? You got to.
It's very simple. It's really very simple.
Johnny, I know, dude. Here, let's go ahead. Go ahead.
You have each business has laborers that produce something for the company that makes the company profit. And you should be hiring and compensating your workers based on how much value they produce you, because that's what keeps them making money for you. It's that simple. It's really that simple.
No, I don't agree with you whatsoever.
All right, here we go.
I hire
Dan
you
says
to do a
baseball
job.
players.
If you don't do the job, I fire you on payday.
Here we go.
I don't have to value. Where's this?
I have to
value you. And oh my God, Eric, you did a great job. I'm going to give you more money. You're my employee, and if you suck at your job, I replace you.
But you don't do that in baseball. Once you sign the contract, it's all guaranteed.
Exactly. So don't come back to me after year 2 and go, we have to renegotiate. I'm like, fuck you.
They don't
renegotiate.
The contract. They don't renegotiate. They don't. The only people who renegotiate is like football and baseball, and usually it's the other way around where they're getting paid less. Dan says baseball players are not worth money to us, the common fan, but they are worth every penny to the owners because they want to win. Some want to win, some don't care about winning.
San Jose Sharks. It's not just about him hitting the ball. Okay, it's about the jerseys he's selling. It's about the tickets he's selling. There's so much money that they're making off of Juan Soto that there is some amount of money that he's worth. You know, whether he's worth that $750 million contract, I haven't done the research into the numbers. But if you told me that he's making them if you told me that he's making them $900 million over the course of 15 years, then, I'm not shedding a tear over them paying him a fraction of that. If you're a smart business owner, you have projections to determine how much money your
let's do
employees
this
are going to
real
make
quick,
you.
guys. We cannot
Without getting into numbers. Hold on. let me have my say,
Go for
and
it.
I won't talk about. All I did was ask. I started by saying, Marcus, do the players are they overpaid? And you said no. So that should have been it. I thought you were crazy.
Okay.
But Eric, without getting into numbers, it's kind of private. You saw my profit margin for the last year.
Mm-hmm.
Would you say that I'm a profitable
Sure.
businessman
Yes.
by the amount of zeros on that figure?
Yes.
So how can you question what I would pay my labor if I'm making that much money?
It's
My
different. Hold on.
labor doesn't come to me and go, we made you, we sold it. We're running an extra 52 commercials every morning show. I go, yeah, if you don't run them, you have to run an extra 100. If you don't run them, then I hire someone else who will.
Hold on, guys.
Anyway, that's
First
it.
off,
I'm just asking players are overpaid. Marcus thinks they're paid their value, and I don't.
But here's the deal. Professional sports is a totally different monster than regular quote unquote business. When you're talking about professional sports, you're talking about something that's just it doesn't follow quote unquote a business model per se, right? Because it's all about entertainment, right? There's nothing. Granted, there's profit margins and all sorts of crap. I get it, but look, we're talking about very rich people spending money on very rich players to have entertainment. This isn't
entertainment, Eric. It's entertainment.
It is.
In other words,
that's why
they're playing the game and making money. That
Farhan agrees with you, Glenn. That's why he puts in players.
The average man who works hard for a living should be making more than a ball player, Eric. That's just my opinion.
I get what you're saying. I understand.
Societal norms
I understand that.
do not dictate that.
I get that. No, look, I understand that. I'm not going to argue with that. Okay. Because there are people out there who do some amazing jobs out there that are probably getting underpaid.
No, totally.
But that's why the beauty of capitalism, you could go and take your services elsewhere. You can.
Exactly. Like $7,000 says. $7,000 just asking good questions.
Works exactly that way. Why would you pay someone $25 million a year when you can pay two players each $4 million a year to do the same job? That was his whole plan.
Yeah.
If your labor saw how much you make, would they ask for more money? They know they can't ask for more money because I'd say, Eric, I'll hire Eric starting Monday. No, you appreciate what you've done for me, but
what happens to your quality?
You're looking for more money.
But what happens to your quality?
Work, like you said, it's capitalism. Eric, I'm making money. If you don't like it, you don't like your salary, Eric. I go, I'm sorry, but we'll have to part ways.
But what if that person
go work for Marcus? He'll give you half of his earnings.
What if that same person goes to your competition and they start blowing you away because you have lesser competition because you weren't willing to pay?
Come on, Eric.
I'm just saying. That's a scenario.
That's not a scenario.
That's exactly what's happening with baseball. That's what I'm saying. They're gonna if they want the best, they're gonna pay.
In software, if you don't compensate your best performing engineers, they will go to your competitors and make their companies better. That's the business. That's a side of the business that I understand very well.
Not everybody is equal in their ability in performing said job, right?
Okay, then what? I don't even want to.
Right? I mean, we can all
compare to another night.
Yeah, we can all say that.
The Chicago White Sox, right?
The
Chicago White Sox. Say they have the lowest payroll, and the Dodgers have the highest. You know, it's quite possible that at the end of the year, when you look at the books, the White Sox return on their investment could be 46%, and the Dodgers could be 38%. Doesn't matter about how much you spend. It's your profit margin, Eric. The White Sox can spend less and make a higher profit. Not as much money, a higher profit margin. That's business, Eric.
Yes, but here's the problem, and this is exactly where I was going to go with Dan, because he said, "Would you pay Shohei $70 million a year as an owner, or would you pay Yaz 9.2?" See, that's what we're trying to say. You can't. Yaz is not the equivalent to Shohei. Now the argument is Shohei worth $700 million? Now that's where it gets nuts, and I get it.
I was talking to you, Eric. Right? Okay, I'll ask you. And I know if you're being honest, I know your answer. Is Juan Soto worth $700 million?
No.
you were on this show for months, whooping it up. We were firing up the helicopter. We were bring him to San Francisco. And I kept saying he's going to sign for at least 720. You're like,
no,
he is not worth. If he goes like 5, 6, we're out. Why? Because he's not worth it.
Correct.
I think the guy driving.
You don't know that. You don't have the numbers. It's all.
He's a baseball player making. How much does he make per at bat, Eric? About 450,000 an at bat. That's nuts. That is not mentally stable numbers, Eric.
If you could get 22-year-old Barry Bonds
people
today,
are willing to.
Oh my God!
But that's the problem. But the problem is, Glenn. Do you know why it's so astronomical? It's because people are willing. People are willing to pay that. We can't fault them.
People are willing to pay to watch.
Steve Cohen is willing to spend that much. There's other teams out there that wanted nothing to do with it because they don't want to spend it. That again, it's up to the owner. If they want to spend it, have at it, man.
Exactly. Have at it, dude.
Look, Glenn, dude. If you could know exactly, what Barry Bonds would do, and you got to sign him today, at his age 23 season or whatever, knowing how many hundreds of millions of dollars he's made the Giants. Okay. He's maybe one of the single most profitable players for the Giants in history. Okay. He's made them unspeakable amounts of money. If you could go back and choose whether or not to pay him an absurd contract or to sign him today, some absurd contract, would you do it, or would you just let him go and sign somewhere else? Would you pay $700 million to Barry Bonds if he was signing today at his age 23 season or whatever?
No.
Yeah, that's ludicrous because you're costing yourself billions of dollars by not spending $700 million. It's simple as that. Barry Bonds has made us probably capital B billions of dollars.
Barry Bonds is the reason why you're watching a baseball game in Oracle Park.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's the reason why the Giants franchise is what it is today.
Okay,
now, did he win?
Why didn't? Okay, so if I'm going to Oracle Park this season, I should be seeing Corbin Burnes. I should be seeing Shohei Ohtani in the outfield or pitching. I should be saying Aaron Judge because that was a steal contract. Why do we have
it is now?
Eric?
Problem is they weren't.
Because idiots are paying them more money.
That's up to them, man.
You're calling these owners idiots, but they are making money hand over fist, far more money than any of you.
Now I guarantee
us will ever make.
I guarantee you, the Yankees are making a shit ton of money off of Aaron Judge. Of course, we all know the Dodgers are making a shit ton off of Shohei. Soto will make the Mets some money, but I don't think he's definitely not on the level of Shohei. And to be honest with you, would you think Soto would be on the same level as Judge? Maybe.
Oh,
I don't know. Judge, I don't know.
Here's what I
don't know. I guess we'll find out. We'll find out how that
here's
plays
what I
out.
think is that Soto is not just one player to Steve Cohen. Soto is about investing in the team in order to, speed up their ability to contend for a World Series title and to change the narrative and to increase the value of the Mets brand.
Dan jumps in from the over in NorCal. He says, would you sign me to $500,000 to run your radio station if it made a profit of $1 million? Dan, you're nuts. If you think I'm paying you 50% of my revenues because you're making me more money, that sets a press. This is why baseball is in this.
Hold on.
Because then what happens? Then what happens, Eric, when in our lifetime?
But he's making you that million.
Would you pay me $2 billion if I make you $4?
No.
There's no infinity end.
You know what? It's up to the owner. Because if he generated you $1 million because of his services,
and he wants half, 500,000,
but you're also profiting 500,000 that you wouldn't have profited if you hired someone else that wouldn't have brought you that in. Do you see what I'm saying? What if you hired somebody else and you only made $250,000? But you paid him, right?
So Eric, if I make,
you see what I'm saying?
If he wants 500, and I make.
I get that. I mean, don't get me wrong. I understand.
make $1
it's a
million.
lot of money.
And I make $1 million, and I say, Eric, I'll hire you, and I'll pay you $1 million, or I'll pay you. He wants 500,000. I'll pay you 100,000, Eric. But I only make
300,000.
800. Oh, that's ridiculous. I don't make those kind of profit margins, man. So I pay Eric and I make less money, but I'm making a higher profit margin, man. It's all about margins, business. I look at, again, you guys are talking about it as fans.
You look
and everybody else is
okay, Glenn,
players.
You're looking at percentages rather than the total income that you're making because of that person's services.
Here's a very simple question, actually. Okay. Would you rather buy a $2 coin for $1 or buy a $60 coin for $40? You can do this once.
Yeah, let's get back into the baseball.
What
Hold
in
on.
the fuck? Why am I spending money here?
Right back.
Well, I'll hand you a check for $60 if you give me $40, or I'll hand you a check for $2 if you give me $1. Which one are you choosing? The one with a higher percentage profit or the one with the higher gross profits?
That has nothing to do with me spending the money.
This is
the future of my business. You're talking about the future of my business, just like you're talking about the future of the game. That's why I'm saying if a guy says, yeah, well, my client wants to make a $2 billion contract because we know you're going to make $6 billion. What are we talking about here? Where does this end, Marcus?
It ends when the players stop being more profitable.
The game's just going to implode.
Why would the game implode if it's continuously
Why?
profitable?
Because you've got teams like the San Francisco Giants, the 4th highest payroll, selling tickets to skaters and I for $5 per ticket. That's why.
Okay, so you're saying that you dislike that the cost to the fans is increasing as a result of these increased contracts. Is that what you're saying?
Well, I don't mind the costs. The costs increasing if the owners then have to make money. See, I don't look at it as a fan, man. I love baseball, but
you just brought it up as a fan because purely as a business partner, purely in terms of business, I will seek the greatest gross profits because that's just how you make more money. Like, I don't care about nickel and diming about percentages if I'm making more money. I don't care if I have to spend, this is all about like index funds too. Like,
do you realize though, Marcus, if I give you, like Dan said, I give him $500,000 to make $1 million.
Okay.
If I do that, once I do that, then no one else is coming in to work for me for $300.
That's not true. What if they don't produce? They're saying, let's say you have.
I don't understand. See, this is not the way we run our. This is not the way radio runs. We make more money on the talent we have, and if the talent doesn't want to work, then they go elsewhere.
Isn't that why there's issues with the radio?
That's why radio is sort of.
Eric, if the San Francisco Giants offer Burnes 8 years, $300, and the Blue Jays offer him 8 years, $350, you know where he's going to go? He's going to go to Toronto. Why? Well, I value myself more. I'm going to work for more money. Right. Then now, that's where the chips fall, right?
See, here's the problem. Radio's a little bit different because they just get rid of talent. Look what's been going on in KNBR. They just don't want to pay. So they let guys go and they go off and do other things, right?
We're talking about radio like we're talking about, we could be talking about the freaking printing press here. Like, it's like these are very old industries. This is not modern business.
What isn't modern business?
The radio. You can't sit and say radio functions the exact same way as a modern software as a service company. They're just very different entities with very
Major
different
League Baseball and software.
Yeah, but Major League Baseball is a growing industry. It's increasing,
its value.
It may
growing
be
in value.
Yeah, but it's going to die. It's going to die.
Baseball,
And
it's not going to die.
the death of baseball.
but-
as we
but-
know it.
No, look at baseball's
baseball's
having
making
record
more
numbers
money
this last
year
couple
over
of
year.
years.
Record numbers.
Yeah, they have
Tampa
been.
Bay shouldn't be in Tampa Bay. The Marlins are
We're
lucky
not
to get a
talking. No,
franchise.
no.
The
We're
Chicago
talking
White
about
Sox is
baseball.
home.
in a
You're
whole.
losing money hand over fist, not winning 50
Okay.
games. The Oakland A's, no longer in Oakland. Eric, Major League Baseball is in turmoil. Why? Because
No,
the
it's
rich are
not.
getting richer.
No,
spending more money, and the
it's
rest
not.
aren't.
No. It's bad clubs. And the reason why Tampa Bay they got hit by a damn hurricane. A's
The
is just to
hurricane
have a
is
shitty
not-
owner. That's the problem. It's not
They
baseball.
got hit by a
it's the
hurricane.
owners.
Before the
owners.
hurricane, they were still drawing their 8,000 people a game, Eric.
But it's that. But the problem is, it's the owners wanting or the lack thereof of spending. That's all it is.
Okay,
That's all it comes down to.
Skaters, can you suggest a topic for us?
All right, come on, let's get back to baseball. Chardall's in the green room, by the way.
There's no
Oh,
more
boy.
topics. We're done for the night. Jesus, we're going on 3 hours. Anyway, are we going to bring Chardall in?
Hey, you want to bring him in? Bring
No.
him in, man.
I don't want to bring him in.
He
Play the song for him, and that'll be it for the
I already
show.
played the song. I already played
he
it.
dodged
I'd
us.
rather play the song for him and say, thanks for coming in.
Way to go, Chardall. We ain't bringing you in, man.
No, Chardall, where were you on Christmas Eve?
Hey, should we let him explain himself? And if
Okay,
it's not-
he's got 30. Okay, Marcus, thanks for coming in tonight, buddy.
All right.
Thanks,
Always,
Marcus.
night.
you know what?
Good
Get
conversation.
good
into it. Marcus, I don't know about you.
Good
You probably
conversation.
say I'm a prick, but I wouldn't blame you. But I like our heated disputes.
I think it gets the blood pumping, you know, like
I love
it's good to have someone who has differing opinions.
We
to
occasionally
talk to.
agree, but not very often. Let's start it all over tomorrow
All right.
night. See you then, buddy.
Good night.
Okay, pal. All right, this one. You think I'm fired
Oh,
up
boy.
already, Eric? Here
Oh,
we go.
brother. Oh, brother.
Hey, Eric.
Hey, you got some explaining to do, Chardall.
Where the hell have you been?
I went shopping on Christmas Eve. I think I go Christmas shopping, and I didn't know that I had to come in.
No!
What?
No!
Let's poll the audience.
No!
What do you mean?
No!
Poll the audience. Was Chardall supposed to come in on Christmas Eve? What the hell is he talking about, Eric?
No!
He's pulling a Pinocchio. He's lying to us.
Wrong! Weak!
The guys in the chat have been waiting for
Bullshit.
weeks.
Boo!
Oh, B,
Come
send me the
on,
picture.
man.
You
Hey, who
did?
the hell? Hey, I'm getting reverb. What's going on here?
Where's that? Oh, I hope my phone didn't die. Nope. Eric, I'm going to show you. This is how excited I was that Chardall was coming on the show with us. This you're going to love. You know what I went shopping for, Eric? This you're going to love, guys.
Man, dude.
Chardall had me so fired up. You didn't send it, B. I got no pictures. I'm going to get you the picture of what I got for Christmas, Eric, and it all is thanks to Chardall. And you know what? I think I'm going to return it next week.
Man.
He really
Yeah, Chardall is Pinocchio.
pissed me off.
Okay, let's try this again. Try this again, Chardall. So what
Eric?
was the reason?
I was like Ferris Bueller.
You were like Ferris Bueller. What'd you do? You played hooky.
I skipped not coming on the show, and
You
I went
skipped.
to
When you said you're going to come on here, Chardall.
I skipped.
He had me so fired up. You know what I went and got for Christmas, Eric?
What'd you get? You went and got a pear.
I went and got a giant pear because Chardall had me so fired up for Christmas Eve, Eric. That's the largest pear in the Bay Area right there. That's a
dear
freaking,
God.
you know what? Per pound, that pear cost me $32, man. That's a big pear. And it was all because of Chardall. And I'm going to go to the deli.
I tell you what.
Can I get a refund on my pear? I'm all
Glenn,
wound up. I
when
need
he-
a vacation. Oh,
Glenn, I think when
Yeah.
you said pear, I don't think he was talking about the fruit.
a pear of what?
Who knows?
Jesus.
I don't know, Chardall,
Eric,
man.
I'm sorry that I was supposed to come on. I snitched.
No, you didn't snitch.
Some guys think it's funny.
No.
I don't think it's funny, Eric.
I'm like Bueller.
You and I put ourselves on the
That's
line.
not like Bueller, man.
I'm like
We put
Ferris
ourselves-
Bueller.
Chardall, we run a professional organization here. When we put ourselves on the line and you say you're coming in, we expect you to come in.
And we even had you in the description of the video, Charlotte.
We had a song already. We wrote a nice song about you, which we had to.
Eric, the reason why I wasn't able to come on the show on Christmas Eve, San Jose State had a game that day, and I was going to watch that.
Oh, it was all about San Jose State.
Come on,
Eric.
Hey, Charlotte, you're
right.
telling a bunch of stories. You said you weren't going to come on or something.
That's not a story.
Charlotte, did you enjoy the game?
Then you said you went shopping. You went shopping.
Yeah, shopping. Then I thought I heard of sharks in there.
And also, I watched the Polar Express with my mom, and we had hot chocolate.
Did you enjoy it?
I love the Polar Express. My favorite Christmas movie.
Good, but you didn't show up for our show, so there you go. There you go.
Damn, Charlotte.
Oh, Marcus. Hey, you know what? We're in good now with NorCals. We're buddies again. So apparently
you did the same thing to Dan. Do you see?
Oh, really?
Charlotte, dude.
Now the truth is coming to the surface.
Should we make him sing now? Should we make him sing?
Well, you know what? He's got to Charlotte, you were practicing.
You said you were practicing.
So you ready to do the 12 Days of Christmas right now for us?
Can I get it on my computer and then sing it?
What?
Can I pull up the lyrics on my computer?
Do whatever you have to do. At least, Eric, we're rolling out the red carpet. As pissed off as I am, we're giving him a chance.
Hold on.
Giving him a chance.
Hold on. Oh, that's not what I wanted.
Giving him a chance to make up. Make sure you tape this because this is going to be a short.
Mother. See if I can find something. Hold on.
Guys, this could be wax poetic on Giant Sports Talk Live.
Bro, what is going on, man?
I'll guarantee you one thing, Eric. Chardal, no matter what we're dishing out to him, Chardal is overpaid. Okay.
Okay, where is it at? Hold on. Let me see if I can find it.
Yeah, wait a second. Hold on. There's more to this than meets the eye. How about skaters? Greg downstairs in the 600 block says, I thought the camera was going to be on.
Yeah, that's right. You said you're going to be in a damn tie.
Thank you, Gregory. There you go. Thank you for bringing. We forgot about that.
Okay.
That had something to do with an elf outfit. He was coming on and you in costume. He was going all out, Eric.
Okay. I got some help for you there, Chardal. Hold on. Here, I'll give you
there?
a test run.
Chardal.
He's there. I think he's looking for his mix.
Are you there?
I'm
you
here.
Ready?
I'm here.
Ready?
Okay, here. I'm going to give you some timing. Here. So just listen to this for a couple of seconds so you know where your timing is. Here we go.
Oh, Lord.
Okay.
Get the volume down a little bit, though.
The volume's going to go down. Hold on. Let me fix this.
A little bit.
Let me fix this. Let me play something real quick so then we can be done. So it doesn't. There we go.
Oh, how come at the 3-hour mark I get sick here, Eric?
Hey, that happens. All right, Chardal, you got the lyrics ready.
I'm trying to hang on for this, Chardal. Are you ready?
I'm getting the lyrics ready. Give me a little bit of time.
Okay. As soon as you hear the music, just go right into it. On the first day of Christmas.
Give me 2 extra days here. How much time does he need, Eric?
Oh, Lord Almighty.
He'll be doing this on January 15th. And we'll be preempted with the Roki signing.
Good God. Hey.
Dan says, not only would he get overpaid, lose your money. Oh, God Almighty. Mark, I'm not feeling the best still, man. I might have to go for surgery on my sinuses. And I already took my medication, and now it's blowing up. Not time for a Pepsi. It's time for bed soon. Jesus.
Sharhan? Is that what we got to call him now? Chardal, what's going on, man? You ready, dude? What is up,
Maybe he's
man?
catching the end of the Polar Express.
After I get the lyrics ready, then you can bring me back on.
Wait a second. You're writing them now?
What are you doing? You writing them? Yeah. You.
I'm not writing them.
What are you doing?
Pulling them up on my computer.
How long does that take? That should take you no more than
It'll
Give
take
me
me. It'll
30
take me 2 minutes, and then bring me back on after I
2
get the
minutes. What
lyrics
do you got?
ready.
Dial up over there?
What is going on?
Dial up.
And
No,
you
it's
got to
go-
get your camera on, Chardo.
Yep.
I'm nervous. I don't want to.
No, you promised us. The guys in the chat are calling you out. They said no.
I don't want to. I'm scared. I'm nervous
Hey,
now. I don't want
Chardo. Chardo.
You don't have to be nervous, man.
Chardo, look at the screen. Look at the screen. Guess who's here?
Yeah. Dan's
See
even
who's
here.
here? This is a mass. This could be a mass exodus, Chardo. You got to play fair here. You promised. You don't want to piss everybody off. Dan finished off his show to get over here because he knew you were coming on tonight. You can't.
Don't fail us, Chardo.
You can't fail. You can't. This guy continues to let me down.
I'm gonna embarrass myself. I don't want to.
Oh,
come
we were
on.
awful embarrassed. We had egg on our face. Christmas Eve, we waited. We stayed on longer than we were going to. I said, cut him a little slack.
I
Maybe
had
he's running late.
plans. I had plans.
You
on
had
Christmas
plans to
Eve.
come on this goddamn show on Christmas Eve, Mike.
No, I had plans to watch a movie and then watch my school play and then.
Like, see, there's a school play in this.
What happens in a football game? And
no, my team was
Football,
playing.
Sharks, shopping, Polar Express. I can't keep track anymore.
I don't want to
Maybe
come
that
on.
should be the 12 days of Christmas.
I don't want to
My
come
first
on.
delay at Christmas.
I'm not ready.
On Giant Sports Talk Live, I watched
I'm not ready.
Polar Express.
Glenn and Eric, I'm not ready.
You got the lyrics,
Dude,
dude.
we're
Come
giving you
on,
one
what's
more
going
minute,
on?
and then you're there's pretty much soon going to be an outrage. There's going to be a boycott.
Hey, Eric, can you pull the lyrics up for me?
What are you talking about, dude? How can you not do that?
You're not bringing up the lyrics, Eric. They're on his computer. You know what Chardall's doing? He's playing us.
No, we don't play. Here we go.
Hey, you're putting me on the spot here.
Abraham's right. He's pulling a Ringo. You
You're
got
putting me
Glenn,
on the
Eric, and
spot.
Dan all together. It's like Paul, John, and George together for the reunion, and he's
Eric.
holding out. He's holding out, Eric.
I know, dude.
Playing games.
What do I want here? That's not what I wanted.
Oh, guys are already calling for a 1-month ban.
A 1-month ban.
From both
You hear
channels.
that?
From both channels. Ooh, that's a serious timeout, isn't it?
That's serious, dude.
What would if Chardall was banned from both channels, what the hell would he do?
Okay.
What do you think, Dan?
Hold on. Let me
He
get
wouldn't
this.
know what to do with himself. Bernice says, don't worry, he'd be going to Sharks game, watching Polar Express, going to the mall.
Okay, no excuses now.
There we go.
Okay, are you ready?
Are you ready? Pump it up. Here we go.
I'm ready.
Quiet
Are you
on the-
ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, it's going to start
Quiet on
off
the set.
right off the rip. As soon as you hear the music.
Quiet on the set. Here we go,
first day
guys.
of
Are you ready, guys?
Christmas-
This is going to be what you would call radio, Giant Sports Talk Live, YouTube. This is going to be a piece of history, I believe.
Okay.
It may
Are
go
you
off
ready?
the rails by day 3.
Here we go.
We'll see. Here we go.
So remember,
ready.
on the first day of
I'm muted.
Christmas, my true love gave to me. And then
On
you
the
get into it.
first day of Christmas, my
No,
true love
wait, hold on.
No, wait till the music.
Let me get the music. As soon as you hear the music,
You start.
get after it. All right. Let me
Here we
make
go.
sure. I think the volume, I'll adjust the volume. All right. Here we go.
On the first day of Christmas, my true love gave to me a partridge in a pear tree.
Going a little bit fast. Okay.
On the second day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 2 turtle doves
And a partridge in a pear
and a
tree.
partridge in a pear tree. On the third day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 3 French hens and a partridge in a pear tree.
What did the turtles die or something? The turtle dove's dead?
On the fourth day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 4 calling birds and a partridge in a pear tree.
Not bad.
On the 5th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 5 golden rings and a partridge in a pear tree.
Oh, and a partridge
In a pear
On the
tree.
6th day of Christmas, my
On
true
the
love gave to
6th
me
day of
6
Christmas.
Vita
My
legs
true
and a
love gave to
partridge
me.
in a pear tree.
Eric, I think this should be like the 3 days of Christmas. This is too hard for him.
On the 7th day of Christmas, my true love
No.
gave to me 7 swans swimming in a partridge in a pear tree.
Oh,
On the 8th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 8 million.
four calling birds, 3 French hens,
On the
2
9th
turtle
day of
doves.
Christmas,
And
my
a
true love gave to me
partridge in a pear
9
tree.
ladies, 9 ladies dancing in a partridge in a pear tree.
9 ladies
On the 10th
dancing,
day of
8
Christmas,
maids of
my
milk,
true
and
love
well,
gave to me
hold on. Oh God, it's
Call.
just it's
On the 10th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 10 Lord of leaping in a partridge in a pear tree.
Oh,
it's off the rails.
On the 11th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 11 pipers piping in a partridge in a pear tree.
Jeez, I thought it was going too slow. We ran out of music. Or did you turn off the
On the
music?
12th day of
we're not
Christmas, my
done.
true love gave to
it's
me.
over.
It's over. It's over. Shut off.
I was goofing off.
Yeah.
I'm a stand-up comedian.
Oh my God. At first, I was like, okay, maybe we're getting somewhere.
Jeez, another dancing Gabe here.
Oh,
Holy cow.
man, dude.
Am I funny?
Wow,
Nope.
that was
Nope.
interesting.
Well, he still kind of pissed me off Christmas Eve. You didn't show up. That's
I'm kind of
sorry.
glad with this rendition. I think it could have ruined the Christmas.
I'm sorry,
spirit.
Eric and Glenn.
Yeah, maybe it's a good thing we're doing it on Boxing Day, Eric.
I promise I'll come on. I'll sing the 12 Days of Christmas next Christmas Eve next year in
I
2025.
don't. No, I'm not buying that. I'm not waiting the whole freaking
Yeah,
year
or-
for you to screw me over again.
All right, man. I
Hey,
think we've had
Shardall.
enough. Thanks,
Thanks,
Shardall,
Shardall.
man.
Bye, Eric and Glenn. Thanks for having me on.
Hi,
See
buddy.
you, Shardall.
Oh God,
Okay, let's close this mother.
I
down.
knew that. I knew that wasn't going to work.
Oh man, what a show, man!
At least he showed up and gave it a try, though. I mean, he bailed on it. He didn't even
Here
show
I
up.
was wondering what in the hell am I going to talk about on the show. Thank God for Mike Feinsand. He put out a nice article that we talked about for the first hour and a half, and then all of a sudden we got into freaking Adam Smith and the Invisible Hand. Oh my God! Oh my God, dude! What in the hell happened?
Well,
And
I
then,
ain't
of
paying
course-
Eric. I ain't paying him a contract. I'm telling you right now. He's
My
he's
God,
not. He's
dude.
his talent level
Wow!
not equating for my business.
Wow!
Maybe good for Giant Sports Talk ratings, but not for my business, Eric.
Good God,
Lord
man!
lifting. You were even trying to help the poor guy.
I was trying.
You didn't
No
know
one said I didn't
you
try to
didn't
help.
understand. You got to keep you add to the flow. He kept going back to the pear. The pear was already what was it? A pear in a tree? Well, I don't even know what he was doing. A partridge. That partridge flew off, man. Oh,
All right, let's get the hell out of here, man.
oh!
Let's
I
close
thought
it
we were
down.
just freaking getting going, man. This is
Yeah.
what a night. What
Yeah,
a night. It's amazing. You and I go for 3 hours and there's absolutely nothing to talk about.
Oh Lord.
That's what scares me. When do we get going here, Eric? Thanks for coming
Woo!
in, guys.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in, guys. We'll be back
show
tomorrow night. You may not be here, right? You're going to be busy out in.
Yeah, I'm going to be
Walnut Creek?
heading out tomorrow night. Oh, I might come in late, but we'll see. If I'm not here, I'll be in on. You know what's weird about the Christmas holidays, Eric? And a Christmas day on a Wednesday, I have no clue what day it is. It's today Thursday, isn't it?
Yeah, it's Thursday.
Yeah, I have no clue, man. So I'd probably be here Saturday. If you want to run it for 3 hours on your own tomorrow night, you've got my blessing. Have at it, man. I'm going to go make some money on my underpaid staff tomorrow. That's all.
All right, guys. Let's get
Who's
the
in
heck
now?
out of here.
Oh,
It's
no.
Shardall again.
See you,
Yeah, we're not-
Shardall.
Exactly. All right, let's get out of here. Let's put some positive particles out there. Love doing that. We'll close it out with that. Anyways, see you tomorrow night, 8 o'clock, guys. enjoy the rest of
Wait
your
a sec,
evening.
Eric. Before you
What?
close the show, can we do one very important thing? And it's only because, cost me to do it. Tonight's show is brought to you by Duxwell Printing, Lefties over in Burlingame, where you can get the greatest Wilmer Flores memorabilia available to mankind. See Jim and the boys over at Lefties. You're home, by the way, for singles night every Monday. GenesisGoldIRA.com, signatures for soldiers. And you guys know by now who our featured sponsor is on Giant Sports Talk Live.
What can I say that I haven't already said about bettercreditcards.com? It's a website. You go there to get a better credit card. Okay, that's really probably all I need to say for most of you, but I still have time left, so how about this? At bettercreditcards.com, we have different kinds of credit cards, some with better points and perks, some designed to help you build your credit. Whatever stage of life you happen to be in, we want to help. Give yourself a little credit. Bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
I like that. Give yourself a little credit, Eric. Give yourself a credit and go to bettercreditcards.com. John will appreciate you visiting the website. He is a big fan of I try to get John to come on the show, Eric. He's like, nope.
I want to come on here either.
He goes, I've seen your show.
I'll
sponsor it, but I sure as hell am not going to be appearing on the show.
Oh, man. Anyway,
all right, I'll see you in a couple of days, Eric. See you guys. Appreciate you coming into the show. We have a whole lot of fun. Hope we entertained tonight because not a whole lot of Giants baseball to talk about.
Exactly. Maybe soon. All right, guys.
I hope you had a good Christmas.
Let's get pitching, guys. Woo!